Do one
Rock
more.
and roll! OmniDog! Hey, OmniCat! Now here's the OmniDog and OmniCat show. It's the place to sit if you'd like to know more about the books that they've read. Kristen likes Lumberjanes and Steven just likes some girl Jimmy Olsen. And you're in luck because they're ahead. OmniCat! OmniDog!
I think our song rocks.
Yeah, and that intro rocks. Thanks, Gio.
Gio, we'll see who we have to thank for that. Gio put that all together. Redcoat Turncoat's Nate made the song, and then Reed has our logo in there.
Yeah.
You'll
It's a good
notice
one.
the two of us didn't have a thing to do with it. All I do is hit play
right.
on that.
We thankfully did nothing. It's wonderful.
Well, I did exchange books for a work for everyone, except Reed, who I think did it out of the love in his heart for you. So.
Yeah, I bought him books. It's fine. I got him books in the past. That's the deal.
I am OmniDog with my fabulous co-host OmniCat. Hello today.
Hi.
Wait, what? Who's this? OmniCat and OmniHat.
They were just during the Fangirl show. They popped up, and I'm like, "What's going on?" Now I have random other. What do we call them? I don't know.
Well, yeah.
Clones?
I guess clones. There's a universe of OmniDogs, but I just threw my laptop through my TV because the theme song hyped me up too much.
It's amazing.
That is great. OmniCat and the OmniHat. What you need is an avatar. Is a picture of Kristen with the cat in the hat.
Ooh, yeah.
Work on that, and you'll be like the greatest guest ever with the name OmniCat and the OmniHat. Flush Jackson just received his Read comic books.
Awesome. What did you get?
What'd you get, Flush? The answer is yes, but that's not why we're a little bit late. We had some life issues we needed to talk about. My dog and Kristen's life. So Kristen's life was a little bit more important than, well, either, you know.
Your dog's very important.
Yeah. And my dog's fine. And Kristen, I am thoroughly convinced will be fine.
We all hope so.
Yeah. Here, I know Jack Talks Comics is from the UK. And I believe 1904 might be from the UK. I feel like 1904 is from the UK. Here's Balat's rare occasion I can catch a live stream. Good afternoon from Scotland. And Jose's from Singapore.
Awesome.
This is the show in the middle of the afternoon when we can catch our international viewers. Great intro. Thank you, Dalmaticus. They're memetars, Flesh is calling them.
That's good.
Aiku helped me enormously the other day, and the person I did it for barely said thank you. I'm a little frosted. He didn't know how much work Aiku did for it. We were searching for, and we're going to get to our topic, which is my wife helped me. My wife helped me in everything. She helped me with the thumbnail. And she also helped design the. She's my graphic designer. She's my layout person from now on. Every thumbnail that isn't a reenactment of a famous meme is going to be set up by Patty. Aiku helped. There's this group I'm a part of on Facebook, and a guy asked for the first appearance of. The Inkle, and I knew it. Aiku is from the Netherlands and it's European, so of course I just put him together with all the Europeans, and I said, "Do you know the first appearance?" It was in a the first appearance was in a metal helmet or something, like a version of heavy metal, only European and in French. And Aiku did a ton of work to find the first, and it was hard. It's hard to find the first appearance of the Inkle. It's in whatever it is, Metal Helmet number 58 from 1981. He found me the image. He found me the issue. He found it's the beginning of Jean Defoe's adventure. If you read, it was first serialized in this heavy metal European version magazine. So we spent about half an hour together finding this, and so I posted it on the website, and I said, "Here it is. Here's your answer." And the guy said, "Thanks." Like, no exclamation point, no good work, way to go. I mean, I posted a bunch of information. I posted everything that Aiku sent me. Thanks. I mean, it should say, "You're a lifesaver. Hey, I really appreciate it. You're a great guy. Here's $500. I don't know." Thanks. So, Aiku,
Bummer.
I'm going to give you what I didn't get, and that is a huge thanks for all the work you did to help me find that book, the magazine. And I hope that guy finds it and makes $1 million on it. Good for him. I don't wish any evil on anybody. I was missing this chat talk even more after not so much books talk on Batter Days recently. Oops. But I felt, well, I guess we didn't talk about specific books recently. Kristen Verse with her thoughts on books live, and Rock on Jess too. The Kristen Verse.
I love it.
That's pretty, everybody on this show knows that there's a Kristen Verse.
Mm-hmm.
And the occupants of that Kristen Verse are all very interesting. And here's an important one. Oh, San Diego. Sorry. Amaya's from India. Happy Diwali. I know it's Diwali because it's on my iPhone. And I wondered what it was, and now it is an Indian holiday. Perhaps you can tell us, sum it up, what Diwali is, and I wish you a happy Diwali also. Flesh got Diabetes is for Lovers and Sad Religion.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon, Omnifauna. About to take my wife and brand new son soon home from the hospital for the first time. Oh, congratulations.
That's exciting.
That is exciting. Good for you, Ben. Very nice. Congratulations.
You're going to have to update your avatar now.
Yeah, you got to put a little Weezer in there. Happy Thursday from our Scottish buddy Hayden.
Hey, Hayden.
Rose Gray. Hi, y'all. Trying to get Halloween packed up.
It's the time.
And now Aiku is getting his props. Great job, Aiku. Nice going, Aiku.
Good.
Haha, no prob. Was bored anyway. Speaking on books, Jess, in your recent upcoming release announcement, I hope to highlight a current new book that is not on your list. Okay, what is it?
Keeping us waiting.
Yeah, you're pulling a next Imaginaut on me now and making me wait 15 paragraphs. How can I get Diwali on my iPhone? I promise you it's there. Here, I'll show you. Yoink. Dun, dun, dun. Diwali and OmniCat. The flea and tick meds are not for OmniCat. They're for my OmniDog. But there's Diwali, and it's all day. Nice haul, Ben Uncles.
Best haul.
Best haul. You both have the best taste in books. Thank you, Daniel. Thanks for all your recommendations. Peace and love.
Yeah, thank you.
Say What, the artist formerly known as Jesse Say What. I'll catch the show later tonight. Thank you, OmniDog. It's a festival of lights, Jess. People worship goddess Laxmi and eat sweets, light firecrackers, and light dia, clay pots everywhere in the house. It's a huge deal in this part of the world.
That sounds lovely.
It sounds cool.
Yeah.
Happy Diwali. In your honor, Amaya, I will eat sweets all day.
Get those almond joys out.
Yeah, I know where they are.
Good.
I think that's interesting. At first, when this is the old man in me. Whenever I turn, there was also a Muslim holiday on my iPhone. This was pre-COVID, 2018, 2019. I can't remember what it was, but it said, it was El Adir. I think that's the name of it. El Adir. Something. It was a Muslim holiday, and it was like, well, why is this on my iPhone? I don't celebrate this. And then I walked into 7-Eleven, and here were these two beautiful teenage Muslim girls, all dressed up in. They went to high school in these clothes. Beautiful clothes, lovely makeup, and I said, "Are you celebrating El Adir or something?" And they said, "Yes, how did you know?" And I pulled out my phone and I said, "iPhone." And we got into a conversation, and peace was had throughout the cultures. So thank you, iPhone.
That's lovely.
Patting myself on the back for not being a jerk.
For reading a calendar event.
Hope to divert your attention to graphic novel Lure by Lane Milburn, published by Fantagraphics. I may have seen that one.
I feel like I saw it. I didn't know about it, though.
Yeah. The environmental plot seems to be for Kristen, and the psychedelic colors adequate for Frank Zappa lover Jess.
Okay.
How did you know I liked Frank Zappa? I bet
you've probably mentioned that before. Everyone remembers everything you mentioned.
That's true, but I don't remember mentioning Zappa more than once. Ever.
Jose watches everything.
Jose, good job. Wait. Jess is actually recently updated on going through chat. Interesting observation. That sounds amazing, Jess. Eat your favorite sweets. I'm going to tell my wife that I'm celebrating Diwali.
Yeah, you have to. It's only once a year.
Yeah. And if not, it is insulting Amaya. It's an insult if I don't do what I just said I was going to do.
Absolutely. You have to.
Anyways, looking forward to hearing all your gifted books from here now on onwards. Hush, hush for now. No, talk whatever you want. I'm all caught up. Mary's M Book Pod. I definitely remember you mentioning that you like Frank Zappa. Thankfully, that didn't end with, I ate a 7-Eleven hot dog and woke up in an ambulance. Yeah, we have a 7-Eleven right around the corner from us. It's so oddly situated, but it's also perfect. We're a 100% suburban community type area, and then boom, there's the 7-Eleven. Can do, Amaya. Eating candy is probably my wheelhouse. To whoever said nice haul, that was Flush Jackson. Thanks. Think it's probably going to cost a lot more than the $300 I spent. On the CGN Nick and Dent sale, though. Speaking of sponsors, which CGN is not, but good for you and CGN. Whoops, wait a minute. Let me get back to you. Take you off. We'll talk about DyingBreedCollectors.com, where you can get a huge discount on books that he was supposed to be on today, but he just got back from his honeymoon. So it'll be 2 weeks from now on the show that moves. That's this show. And he will show us how to unbox one of his packages because they're very intricately packed, and he has an easy way to unpack them. My point is, Kristen and I both can attest to how well packaged they are. He was distressed when I told him it took me 20 minutes with scissors and knife and jackhammer to get the books out.
Jackhammer.
But he's going to show us how to unbox the books. And for the month of November, get $5 off any order with the code TurkeyDog.
Love it.
Turkey Dog, right? I just thought of it. $5 off any order. That's better than $2 off any order.
That's right, it is.
It's $5 off
Yeah.
an order.
It's an amazing deal.
Yeah, with the code Turkey Dog. I'm going to promote that a lot because I want people to use Turkey Dog. So dyingbreedcollectors.com, and Lloyd Wong's not in the chat that I know of. I haven't gone back yet, but he wasn't here to tell me when to show the sponsor, which is usually his job. And now I see I'm 8 comments behind. Now, somebody early on asked us about our favorite Star Wars comic. Let's see who that was. I still love this question. I don't know why, it just cracks me up. How can I get Diwali on my phone? It was way back. Now I'm gonna get way behind on everything. Okay, whoever it was that asked about our favorite Star Wars comic. Kristen, do you have a favorite Star Wars comic?
I mean, it has to be Star Wars by Jason Aaron.
Star Wars by Jason Aaron. Okay, I'm going to go a different way and pick Star Wars by Kieran Gillen, because that introduced Dr. Aphra. And although I love Star Wars by Jason Aaron, Dr. Aphra has become my crush, my only Star Wars crush. Well, besides Luke, but so that would be my favorite Star Wars book. It was Fossil Croc. There we go. Whoever said, "Ooh, Omnibuddy, good topic." Thank you.
Thank you, Mary M's book pod, for that topic. She is to credit for that.
Oh, okay, Miriam's book pod. That's right. Thank you. And if you look at the thumbnail, it's my wife that was the. Well, it's not the choreographer. What do you call somebody that sets up a scene? You're in TV. What is that person called?
I don't think we have that in TV. That's more movies, isn't it?
Okay, now you're in movies. What's it called?
I don't know. Director? Do they do that? Cinematographer? I don't know.
Chat. What's it called?
Someone knows, and they're yelling it.
Yeah, I just
Someone's like,
got
"Forget
it.
you."
She sets up all, and she took over after she saw my lettering disaster on a recent thumbnail. She's like, "That doesn't look good," and I said, "Okay, you do it." And I taught her how to do it, and I just hand her the computer, and she does it.
We need Freddie in the chat right now. He would know.
What does he do?
He does sound for like TV and stuff, so he would know.
That's right. What do you think about the Master Race book? I think that the best book to read is just Dark Knight Returns. And then you should stop. Completely. Not a fan of... Well, I mean, I love Batman Year One. But if you like it, then you should go ahead and read it and enjoy it. I myself didn't care for it. I want to be careful here that just because I didn't like it doesn't mean it's a bad book if you liked it. What's important is you liking it. Atharv. Where are you from, Atharv? Brooklyn. Hello, OmniDog and OmniCat, Mr. Tex. Oh, can I get some mouth harp?
Always.
Oh, we have a super chat from Ron. I'm so far behind. Ooh, let's get that November promo code. Congrats to Johnny and the wedding. Yes, it's Turkey Dog for $5 off. Okay. Best gifts I've gotten from Omnibuddies. Essex County Limited Slipcase. Hellboy LEs 1 through 6. 3 Avengers Omni Volume 1. We have an amazing community. We do, and I will both be speaking about that. I will be talking heavily about the books that mean the most to me.
Yeah, Jess's list will be like 100 long. And I'm just like, I don't know, I have a few.
Set designer, stage manager.
Everyone's guessing something else.
Scene setter. My favorite gift will be the Spider Girl omnibus after Jess buys the new Spider Girl trade paperback next year. I've already bought 3. Doesn't that count? I have 3 fat complete collections. They should be whipping up an Omni as we speak.
I happen to have this right by me.
Kristen's even contributed to the cause.
I have just the one, but I still did it.
Yeah. Oh, have you guys read Murder, She Writes or Expecting to... John Allison, I assume that Kristen has those at hand.
Those are really old ones.
Oh, are they graphic novels?
I don't even know that they're physically available. If they are, because some of this old stuff like was physically available and now it's gone. So I don't know, Elvis. Let me know if they happen to still be around and I don't know about it. Because I know there's some stuff I gave up on trying to find because I was like, I can't find it.
You're saying they're so out of print you can't even find them for a good price?
I don't even know that those are physically available. So that's my question. I have no idea.
They
I just
might
know
have
they're
been a
older
web
ones.
Comic or a digital comic?
Right. Like, I don't know. But I haven't read them.
Okay. Hard to pick a book as the best gift, but off the top of my head, I'm saying Green Arrow Year One. That's a good book. Darth Vader, he agrees. Oh, was it Darth Vader by Gillen? I said Star
wondered
Wars.
as you said it. Yeah, because I was like, that was great.
I
Yeah.
apologize. Darth Vader by Gillen. Yeah, I messed up.
I probably did like that more, actually, now that I think about it. It was really great.
It introduced those murder bots, and it really went, it went places. I love Star Wars by Jason Aaron, but this one was really inventive.
Yeah, it was great. And the art was great, too.
Yeah.
I was like, LaRocca, right? Like, where is it? It's behind me.
Whoa.
This guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. That art was just beautiful. I'm showing you like you don't know.
No. You should show the audience so they know to get it because it's out of print now, but I'm sure it's getting a reprint.
Yeah, it's coming back someday.
I still have the hardcovers. I didn't opt to upgrade. Jess and Kristen, a rec for you if you haven't already read it. Bloodstain. The title is totally different than what it suggests, but it was an amazing book. Read all 3 volumes. It's ongoing.
I'm added to the list then.
Bloodstain. All right, I'll add that to the list too.
Sounds intense.
It does. Weird opinion, but Green Arrow is my favorite hero. That's not weird. If it's your best gift, that's great. Just thank you so much for that Lady Mechanica side-by-side comparison video. I appreciate it so much. You are a legend.
I knew you were whipping it out. Yeah.
Photo op. You're great. Let's see how that turned out.
I love how you're just like, I refuse to take a screenshot. Like, just like,
Well, this is for Instagram anyway that I would do this. So, although I do know how to take screenshots, I always think to go to this first. I think it's funnier. Thank you, Thomas Judge. And remember, Thomas, to go to comicreleases.com to be updated on all the current and future releases. He works hard on that site. So, no, I talked about that. Scene setter, dental hygienist, no. Set designer, director of photography. Here we go. From Romania, Dragos. Thanks to both of you from Romania for all the good books that you recommend in these shows. Thank you for the super chat. That means a lot to us.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Really appreciate that, Dragos. We have fun doing these shows, but it always helps getting a super chat, and I'm so unused to getting super chats. I don't know to go to YouTube to see what I owe everybody, because I know we've gotten a few super chats. So I know I owe Kristen and I owe Taylor, and I know how to do it, but I have to do it. It's more poking around in YouTube than I'm used to doing. It's like looking at your metrics, and I'm like, how many views did I get? That's all I really care about.
Well, I don't know if you know this. I could use some pennies these days. You know?
Well, you've got half Romanian 25 coming at you.
Beautiful.
Just got Gideon Falls from Jose. Just got Gideon Falls OHC yesterday. May wait for volume 2 before binge read. I think you should. Anyways, just want to ask you both whether you prefer Lemire's horror writings, slice of life tales, or superhero muses. That's well written.
It's slice of life forever. Forever.
She's got the tattoo to prove it.
That's right.
I think I'm with her on Slice of Life. I like everything else he's done. I mean, he's one of my favorite writers. But I agree with Slice of Life.
I mean, he does a lot of things well, but it's what he does best.
I am from India, the Diwali country. Okay, cool. Well, happy Diwali to you. Here's Marcelo. Good to see you. Now I got to know what Jess's favorite Zappa song is. That would be Willie the Pimp, and it is from the Hot Rats album, which is my favorite album of Frank Zappa. And there was a certain period when I was into Frank Zappa, so I can't say I have encyclopedic knowledge of him. I just know that I really love the Hot Rats album. And I think I have a couple others, but I'm not... that's the one I listen to the most. I'm a huge hockey fan. The other week I started Essex County and couldn't put it down 300 pages in. Then I got sad because the HC is out of print.
Yeah, it's limited.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Well, and the regular one's out of print too.
Whirlwind, how's it going? Just started getting into Ram V's books. The Many Deaths of Layla Starr and These Savage Shores are both extremely good. Many Deaths is due to be collected, but I am going to read it on digitally first because I've heard a lot of good things. Taylor and I interviewed Ram V Whirlwind. If you'd like to look at our interview with Ram V, that is in my library under interviews, and Ram V is a very good interview. He's a really good guy. Blue and Green is also good. His Catwoman books are also good. His Swamp Thing is really good. Ram V, what else am I... then he's got some independent books that are really good too that you can get from his store. If you go to the Ram V interview, you will find links to his store, or you can Google it. But he has his own store where he sells some of his independent stuff. Okay, see, I can't get that in depth. I apologize. I just don't. My favorite. I'm not that deep into it. I just like, especially the Hot Rats album. I think my most treasured book gifted to me was an out-of-print Buffy library edition. Kristen understands how crazy expensive those books can get now.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
We've gone 30 minutes, so let's start talking about some of our favorite gifted books. And that'll allow me to get 40 comments behind, which everybody loves.
Yep.
I will lead off with not a book, but he sent me a ton of books that I've read, and a lot of them are really good. I'm talking about my friend Kyle. The most treasured thing the best thing Kyle ever sent me was all the despecialized Star Wars Blu-rays, including he sent me the Star Wars Christmas special, which is burned into my memory from my freshman year in college. There are two things. Every Christmas, Bing Crosby would have a show, and we'd watch. Everybody in America would watch that because that's all that was on television back then. 1976, 1977. Star Wars came out in 77. 77. And why this is important from Kyle is that he sent me these, is that I was unaware that Kristen's whole generation hasn't really seen Star Wars because of what Lucas monkeyed around with it. Okay, I'm just saying your generation.
How dare. I think you mean a generation maybe after me.
Okay.
Because I watched those VHS tapes back in the day, you know?
Right. That's what my daughter Kelly and I, she grew up seeing the VHS tapes. Okay, so let me say there is a whole generation out there that has not seen the real Star Wars. They see Han not shooting first, and Jabba for some reason in that scene, what the hell, and all kinds of wrong things throughout the whole specialized. And I didn't even really realize what despecialized meant, but these are the original on Blu-ray that Kyle sent me, and we had Kelly's best friend over who had not seen the original Star Wars, and we watched all of them. And she was just blown away. She's a huge Star Wars nerd, and now she looks at it completely differently. My daughter's best friend. I wonder if her dad has. I'll have to. Okay, no, that's a side thing. Anyway, the point being, this was really important because I didn't know that there is a generation out there that doesn't know what Star Wars really looks like. So that's why it was. Kyle has sent me a lot of books, but this is the most treasured thing Kyle's ever sent me.
Well, I love that. I love that you're starting with a non-book because I was going to start with a non-book.
Oh, awesome.
It's my only non-book, but I had to talk about this, of course, which is my original page from Essex County.
Huh?
Reed gifted me this many Christmases ago, I believe.
Were you still dating?
You know, I'll have to ask him. I can't remember. It's been a bit. It's been a while. So maybe.
That.
Yeah.
That's gorgeous.
It's a good page, right?
Yeah.
Usually hangs on the wall in here. I grabbed it down. But yeah, it's...
I love it. Yeah.
It's beautiful. I love it. He picked a really good page. Back when you could get them, I don't even think you could find them now. So that's nice.
Yeah. That's amazing.
But
that is remarkable.
I love this.
What a great gift.
It's one of my favorites ever.
Mr. Tex changing the topic. Unpopular opinion. The Loeb Sale Marvel OHC is better than the Long Halloween. Is that the black, white, yellow, blue, purple thing that you're talking about?
Purple.
Uh, okay. Good unpopular opinion. Dream Eater 99. Darth Vader reprint was on September pre-order. Okay. Thank you. What is your avatar? I can't quite make it out.
Looks like some anime situation.
Oh, okay.
I think. I don't
Good.
know.
Well, thank you for that, Dream Eater. I appreciate that. Bloodstain is by Linda Shek, wife of Stepan. Stepan.
He was just in our fangirl show.
He loves you guys.
Yeah, he pops up in the chat all the time now.
Yeah, he's
awesome.
a huge fan of the fangirls.
Love that.
Linda Sejic. I'm going to go with Sejic. I think the Sejic.
I think you change it every time. So.
It's like Joachim.
Oh, yeah.
My American tongue just doesn't deal with it. Bloodstain is one of the most humorous books I've read. You guys should love it. I liked it more than The Fix, and I loved that one. Oh, The Fix is great. I love that. That's an interesting comparison. I'll have to check that out. Oh, this is a gift from Marcella. After fighting with Amazon about complications to return 2 Hush Absolutes, they ended up letting me keep both and reimburse me the full price even when I paid a sale price. That's what they gifted me. Good for you, Marcello.
That's pretty great.
That is great. Earlier, OmniBuddy talked about what a fabulous community we have, and I will go back to the days when Riley's Omnibus Facebook group, it was originated as a way for the people who joined. This was back in 2015 that I joined it. I think that's when he put it up. I was a follower of his on Tumblr before that. It was a way for people to get access for cover price for books that were out of print and going for crazy prices on eBay and Amazon. I left it back in March because it had morphed into something different, and I had just gotten tired of being an admin. But back in the early days, people were helping each other out all the time, find books for cover that were out of print and expensive. And so this is when I became early friends with Gabriel Alicia. And one day in 2000, I feel like it was November. I still have the gift note. It may have been late 2015, but I still have the note he wrote. He gifted me Ultimate Spider-Man 11.
That you haven't opened?
I haven't got to it yet.
Still? Okay.
No, I haven't. I don't open them until I get to them to read.
Yeah,
them.
but how many years has that been?
Sorry?
How many years has that been?
6.
Okay. Just confirming.
Yeah. No, it's been 6 years. I don't open my books. I know I catch grief for it, but I don't open my books.
Oh, no, I don't care about that. I'm just surprised you haven't read it yet.
Oh, I got about to book 7. I was doing a show with Chad OmniDog, and then we just sort of dropped off. So I'm almost there.
Okay.
I want to pick it up. I enjoyed all of it. I can see why it was so popular. I just haven't got there yet.
Oh, yeah, I don't give you grief for that. I have books sealed, too. Nobody got time to open all your books.
Yeah. And of course, I'll read it with the dust cover on. So.
Well, that's a problem.
Do you have a gift?
This is not a gift, but I just thought about this. Did I tell you that my Buffy Boom Deluxe just fell apart as I was showing it on air?
No. When? Where?
Yeah. So Boom Buffy Deluxe, just a PSA for everyone. I just thought about this.
This is new?
This is there's like 12 issues. Well, there's more than 12 issues in here. A few more.
I mean, this is the most recent?
There's one after this.
Okay.
But I opened it to show it on air because we were talking about the contents, which I've already read. And I was just like, oh yeah, it opens so well. It's so nice. And then I realized, I mean, I don't know if we can see that, but it's just like super coming in glued right there on the ribbon.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Just immediately. I haven't even read this thing. I just opened it up.
Oh.
And I was literally opening it like, it opens so nice. And I'm like, oh no, it's like literally coming apart. What's happening, Boom? Like, I don't know if you can see that. But it's looking rough.
Yeah.
That
I can see
corner
the separation in there.
Yeah. What are we doing, Boom? What's happening? This is expensive. What?
Yeah. Wow.
So
Yeah.
heads up.
Okay, everybody be careful.
But I do have a gift. We'll talk about that. That's better. I believe I've showed this before, but Mary, who's in the chat somewhere, I think, she gifted me my copy of Sheets. I read it digitally, and then I told the world to read it, and I didn't have a copy. And she went to New York Comic Con one year and got it signed for me from Brenna.
Oh, we need to have her on the show.
Yeah, for sure. So I love this copy so much. I recently, Reed actually gifted me the deluxe, which I also love. But that's why I'm keeping both, because one has my name in it and one's just pretty and shiny. So.
Oh, yeah. Let's sell me on that, why I should upgrade, because that is really pretty. Is it got a shiny cover?
It does. I don't know if you can you see that?
Let me highlight you. Oh, yeah. It's like, yeah,
there's like the actual sheet part kind of shines, and then the spine is all shiny. See that?
Oh, that looks so good. It's so much bigger than the other one.
Well, it's a little bit taller.
Oh,
it's not super tall.
Oh, it's not that much taller. Okay.
But it is thicker. I believe there's more back matter in here. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe there's not. Like, what is extra in this? I don't know. But if you, like I said, if you get it from OmniPress, you can get this nice book plate. That's a very cute.
Okay, that's right. You told me.
And the inside papers are shiny too. It's just it's a beautiful presentation.
And that's a real book plate, not like what I got from Fanta.
Exactly. Now you can't stick it anywhere. I guess you can glue it if you want to be a lunatic, but I just stuck mine in here. It's fine.
Let's see. Kristen's got long sleeves on, so I don't think she's up for showing us the tattoo. But
I mean, if you want me to undress, I guess I can.
Well, okay.
I mean, different channel.
Mr. Tech's on the fence about double dipping on Lady Mechanica Volume 5 because I want to see the differences. You can watch my video comparing Lady Mechanica Volume 1 with each other. I'm not going to be going through the whole thing and doing that comparison because even I have my monetary limits and space limits. So watch my video on the Lady Mechanica comparison because Volume 5 is going to be the same type of thing. He's going to edit the book, doesn't change the story, but there is, as far as Volume 1 was concerned, there was a little teeny bit of charm taken away, but the story itself is still there, and the art has not been monkeyed with at all. So it's still really good. I personally will just be keeping my original Lady Mechanica Volume 5 oversized hardcover. Hot Fossil Croc says my favorite Zappa song is Camarillo Brillo. Nice. Green Valley by Max Landis was gifted to me. Awesome book. Medieval Knights, Dinosaurs, and Sci-Fi Machines. What more do you want? Okay, that sounds familiar. Green Valley. I seem to need to read this then.
Ooh, it's shiny.
It's very shiny.
I like how shiny it is.
It was a gift from me to me.
Those count.
Yeah. I thought that sounded familiar. It's filed in an odd place, like all my stuff is. OmniCat and the OmniHat interested in Ram V and Al Ewing's Venom. What's your T-shirt, Jess? I know you're not the T-shirt guy, so I'm going to show you, Amaya. It's Bruce Timm from the Superman Adventures. Bruce Timm's Supergirl.
Nice.
Yeah, it's one of my faves. You'll see it a lot because it's one of my faves to wear. And I do wash it between wearings. I'm just saying, I wear it a lot.
That's for the best.
Yeah. Oh dear, football's starting. Better put that on at the side. Every time I think of those Buffy books, I get sad that I didn't buy them when I had the chance. I wish Buffy never went to Boom.
Yeah, it's kind of a bummer. They haven't been great with that series either.
Whoa, despecialized. That's a huge gift. Is Jess's friend Kyle the same as Omar's friend Kyle? Yes. He is. And there's Max. Hello, lovelies. Is your Kyle different from Omar's friend Kyle? No, he is the same. Weren't the VH tapes edited too? Not the... The version that I have is the original. I know what you're saying. The original, I have the original VHS. Then there came a second copy where he added in some graphics. You could see better shadows when the land speeders were going and things like that. It wasn't edited to the extent that it is now, which is to say destroyed. But I have the original, and then my wife and I went to see that slightly edited version. I was so annoying in this. We went to the movie theater where it was like it was the new version with just new CGI effects, but nothing had been messed with. And I'm like, look, that shadow's new. Look, those clouds weren't there before in the sky. The audience was not pleased with me. Lucas was a bonehead with those edits. Popular opinion. I would think George Lucas is the only one that disagrees with that. Wait, they released the original edit, or is that a fan-made copy? This is pulled from the original Laserdisc and transferred to Blu-ray. They have now come out with Kyle also gifted me, which I didn't grab. This is Blu-ray, but Kyle gifted me the 4K version of this now. So they're now available on 4K. So it's fan-made to the extent that it's much better than anything else you're going to ever get because it looks gorgeous, and the 4K version looks remarkable. And if you want, I don't know that I should tell you on the air where to get them, but people in the chat will tell you where to get them. He got them from England, which is where they originate. That's how connected Kyle is. Original page of Essex County, amazing.
It is amazing.
Original sequential art, it's gorgeous.
Thank you.
Excellent interior page. Haiku, I'm ashamed I still got to read Essex County. It just means you have a great experience ahead of you.
That's right. Look forward to it.
My next gift is from somebody that has helped me out a lot throughout the years. His name's Kemi Jacob. That's what he goes by. And this is back when I was still in the group, but he and I have kept up a friendship since then. And there was a Michael Turner series called Fathom. Michael Turner, who passed way too early. And it's a standard size book, 1 and 3. 1 was hard to find, 3 was easy to find. I found 1 on my own, but 2 didn't exist. I couldn't find it on Amazon. I couldn't find it on eBay. I couldn't find it in stores. But Kemi found it in a store for me and sent it to me as a gift. Fathom Volume 2. And this is the way it came. To my knowledge, it does not have a dust jacket like the others. But this doesn't even have Michael Turner art in it at this point. This is just a continuation of his story. This is a book that I've actually read and enjoyed. It's out there, but I need to read it again. I enjoyed it a lot, but the actual reason of the show is books we were gifted, and Kemi sent me this book. Super hard to find. It didn't exist. I could never track it down. Kemi somehow found it and sent me Michael Turner's Fathom Volume 2. It's a limited book. Volume 2, Into the Deep. Who does the art? They always give Michael Turner credit since he created the story. Who did the art? Writers. Okay, it's writers. They still give Michael Turner. Coy Turnbull is the penciler and a wide variety of inkers. And then J.T. Krull is still a writer, and Coy Turnbull is the jar guy, illustrator. That. Do you have a gift, or should I?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've showed this to you before, especially, but this was a fantastic gift from my mother.
Oh.
Which is, of course, the Mutts Art of Nothing. The best part, of course, being that she got me a signed copy. And, any good cartoonist has, great signature, and his is fantastic.
And he drew that grid and everything, or does that...
I think that's part of it. I think. But still.
That's awesome. I do remember you shared that with me.
Yeah, that's part of it. But he signed it in a great area. I love that it looks like they just, drew that on there or whatever,
I know that because that's one of my gifts.
Yeah.
That OmniCat sent me, which is a great book. The Art of Nothing. If you don't know about Mutts, learn.
Please learn. I found out about Mutts way too late, but it's a great time to get into Mutts because there's so much back material for ages, and it's the best.
You won't look at pink socks the same.
Oh no.
Earl and his pink sock.
My mom's awesome. She also got me some pink socks that has Earl on it.
Oh.
It's real pink socks that I wear. Yeah.
With Earl on them?
Yep, they're so good.
Great.
Yeah, they're awesome.
That is so great. Have you ever read Cul-de-sac?
No.
I feel like Mutts and Cul-de-sac showed up around the same time. And I'm blanking on the guy that drew Cul-de-sac. It was brilliant. Tragically, the artist and writer, the cartoonist, came down with, I feel like it was Parkinson's, but he came down with a degenerative disease in his 50s and died from it. But the cartoonist community banded together to try and help him keep the strip going for a little bit longer, and then raised money for him because his treatment was so expensive. Somebody look up Cul-de-sac for me. CUL-DE-SAC. I highly recommend that. There's a character in there, Alice, and she's amazingly crazy. There's these two little kids, and they're very odd parents. And Peter Otterloop, I think their last name is Otterloop. All he wants to do is sit on his bed and read comics. And Alice is constantly pulling him into her world. And it is so funny. And then when Peter's forced to go into the world, to school, there's a girl that calls him Peter Potterpoop. And she has a crush on him, but he wants nothing to do with it. He just wants to go home and read his comic books. Cul-de-sac is so good.
I wrote it down. I gotta look it up.
Oh yeah, you would definitely love it. Mr. Tex, when I read okay, I must be way behind. When I read Spider-Man Blue, it reminded me why you love Gwen Stacy so much. She's my gal. Yeah. Oh, and Dream Eater says it's the character Sukuna from manga anime Jujutsu Kaisen. You were right. It was anime.
Cool.
Marcelo's being told that's the best deal ever. That sounds like it. Dano Cosmic is here. I want to be friends with Kyle. Kyle has I haven't spoken to him in a while. He did send me the Star Wars 4K earlier in the year, but I haven't spoken to him in a while. But there was a time when it was monthly that I was getting stacks of books from him. He is an extremely good guy. He won't appear in chats. He doesn't. This is the way he shows his appreciation for YouTubers that he likes. I don't know if he does it to more people than Omar and me, but he is extremely generous. I've talked with him on the phone. I think Omar set up a FaceTime conversation with me because I kind of had to. He wanted to see what kind of guy I was before he started being really generous with me. Like, he wanted to see what I was like in person. If I was a jerk in person, then, he wanted to see what I was like. And I've spoken to him on the phone a couple times. Kyle is a very good guy, but he likes to stay behind the scenes and not appear in the chat. But yeah, Kyle's great. It's a great t-shirt. That color rocks on you.
Lovely.
Thank you. Sheets has signed original bookplate, which is a sincere marketing gesture from author-publisher, while everyone goes ridiculous bonkers for pricey something is killing the children's slipcase, which is merely unsigned cardboard. That's a good point.
I don't disagree with that.
Yeah. That all of a sudden...
It feels silly. Yep.
Yeah. All of a sudden, you've put things into perspective for me, Jose. And I forgot all about that book plate that came with the sheets. Let me get that in my possession, and then we will contact Brenna. I know she wants to be on the show through a third-hand party on Instagram. Second-hand party? Another person on Instagram that follows her told her about how much we loved her, and she says, I want to be on the show. Jess, are any of the Mignola books good besides Hellboy? Buddy. Abe Sapien's great. Lobster Johnson's great. Witchfinder is great. BPRD is great, but it is what's the word? It's a commitment. There's an awful lot of BPRD books, but they're coming out with a Witchfinder Omnibus 2. There's already a Witchfinder Omnibus 1. I love Witchfinder. I love Lobster Johnson, and I really, really, really like the Abe Sapien books. I don't know if the Abe Sapien books are still in stock, but Witchfinder 1 is still in print. I highly recommend Witchfinder 1 and 2. I have the trades. I don't know that I'm going to upgrade to the Omnis. I really shouldn't. And I don't think I haven't read that Lobster Johnson is being collected, but it might be. I would hold off on Lobster Johnson if it's not being collected until it is collected, because some of those trades are crazy. And there was also a recent Hellboy book that was released that has Sledgehammer 44 in it. Maybe I didn't buy it because I have all the trades that make it up. It has, I think, the Visitor, how he came and how he went and what he did when he stayed, or whatever that book is called. It says Sledgehammer 44. It's a collection of 3 or 4 trades that were hard to find. That's a good book too. I can't quite remember the name of it, but it's a really recent Hellboy book. So I've given you a lot to go on there. Has Kyle gotten you any out of print books like Omar? I saw you got him those Promethea Absolutes. Those Promethea Absolutes are one of the few whales I still have because everything else has been reprinted. I don't think he's gotten me. He's better friends with Omar. He's had a longer relationship with Omar, so he has not. But I certainly, I mean, I'm happy with whatever Kyle sends me. So he's very generous, but he hasn't sent me any out of print books. I do have some coming up though that a friend has sent me, and I'm saving him for last because he has sent me nothing but out of print books, and they were at I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna build him up when it comes time. Brian Mean and I just bought Essex County in softcover, as gave up looking for hardcover, and I enjoyed what I've read so far. Get it any way you can. It's a amazing book. I mean, I don't have words to describe how much I enjoyed that book.
Yeah, you don't need a hardcover to enjoy them.
Yeah. Bobby Keating says, OmniCat in the Hat, stop stalking me all over YouTube. Oh, what's the back matter in that?
Well, Bobby was just in the chat for fangirls, so maybe that's what it means.
If you haven't seen the fan-made YouTube video on New Hope Vader Obi-Wan fight, maybe the best fan thing ever made. Oh, maybe best fan-made thing I've seen. I think I have seen that. I have seen that, and it is awesome. OmniCat in the Hat is laughing. Jess, why did you sell your Conan omnibus to another YouTuber that's against the law or something? I know I'll probably never have time to read them, but still want them, LOL. Is that against the law? Oh, it's against the law? What's against the law? To sell my Conan books or sell them to another YouTuber? He's not a YouTuber. Whoever bought those was a fan of mine. Can you not sell things on YouTube? And I didn't sell it. I just said I had it for sale.
I think it's a bit of sarcasm. Like, that should be against the law, because, yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm not picking up on that. Sorry, Brian. But OmniCat picked up on it. Okay, switch. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I never read them either, though. That's why I sold them.
Brian, just go to Ollie's, because apparently they're popping up there. So
that's crazy. Oh, another super chat. Don't have a lot from Scotty G. Thank you, buddy. Don't have a lot of time showing a house right now. Must be a realtor. We'll catch the replay. Great content.
Thank you, Scotty.
Big thanks.
Good luck with the house.
Yeah. Hope you sell it, and then you can send us even more.
That's all right. We want a commission.
So Kyle has not seen punk rocker Jess Persona. It's all part of me. All my personas are part of me. So he's seen it. And Flush is saying good luck on your showing, Scotty G. Oh, and this is a good point. Aiku says Baltimore is great too. I haven't read it. I have all the standard size hardcovers. I know it's out in omnibus form. I got to read that. That's something I'm not getting rid of at all. I want to read those badly. Great point on sheets, Jose. I'll redirect my disdain from Something is Killing the Children slipcase to buying that excellent copy of Sheets. I'm going to do that right after the show.
Still available on OmniPress's website, last I saw. Also, if you're there, I mean, I highly recommend the Mooncakes Deluxe Edition, which also comes with a great book plate.
Oh, I already bought it in trade paperback.
Well,
damn it.
That's what happens, right?
Yeah, it happens to me.
Do you have any idea how's Ronin at the Louvre? As I have come to know, it's one of the rare manga which is in color. I know of this. I have not read it, so I don't know. I will say Cats of the Louvre, which Jess owns and has never opened in his life, is brilliant. Check that one out.
I do still have it. Yeah, I haven't gotten rid of it because I feel obligated to read it with you.
I mean, you'll enjoy
Obligated
yourself.
out of love. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not, it's not like an obligation. I feel compelled to read it with you because it was when I was trying manga out.
Yep.
Oh, Lobster Johnson Omni Volume 1 is coming early next year. Can't wait. Okay, good. That's what you should wait for. Yeah, don't. I can't upgrade all those. Although I upgraded Abe Sapien. What's the difference? I don't know. I do back and forth with me all the time. Kyle is a good man. Yep. I saw a video on YouTube saying he bought them from you. LOL. Oh, and I'm in UK, so no ollies. I saw a video on YouTube saying he bought them from you. Oh, okay, yeah.
Well, sorry, Brian. I have an Ollie's right near me, and they don't have anything. So,
This is hilarious.
That's great. That's really great. You're like, did I commit a crime?
Switch to backup Kristen systems. No, you have to get that straight from Oni Press, apparently, Brian.
Yeah, it's an exclusive. They have several book plates right now, which are very nice.
Let me get to another one. And this came from Great Guy during the I'm guessing this was 2017, 2018, somewhere in there. I found out about this book too late. You could have pre-ordered it and gotten it, and when it came out, it went immediately for mad prices on eBay. And it was still new enough that I was still searching for it and hoping for it, but it had already started to skyrocket. And my friend Bon Idlehouse from the Bay Area in California, who I've visited with twice now, he and James Dayrit, who is also a great guy. Bon, out of the kindness of his heart, this was expensive. This is the Bill Cenkevich New Mutants collection.
Fancy.
From IDW. It is gorgeous. And this is the Artist Select series. And it is signed by Bill Cenkevich. This is copy 10, limited to 999 copies. This is number 10, and there's the signed page.
That's nice.
And let's see. It also came with, here they are. It came with in the back. Okay, I gotta be careful. I'm gonna take the dust jacket off because this is becoming too delicate. Came with a ribbon, which I know.
Big fan of ribbons. Yep.
Yeah.
Don't break it. Ooh, shiny.
It's oversized all his run on New Mutants. So this isn't just like those other art books where it's some stuff. This was his whole run on New Mutants, which was amazing stuff. It turns out what I really, really like, and what I'm going to focus my X-Men stuff on now that I've gotten rid of so many X-Men books, is younger mutants. I like things like X-Force, New Mutants. I love New Mutants. I love Excalibur had some young mutants in it. That's not the Captain Britain Excalibur, but the in Genosha after New X-Men Excalibur, and it had a bunch of young mutants in it that were picking up the pieces of what happened in Genosha. So it's all the Young Mutants book that it turns out I really like. And so this is oversized art, and it also came with, okay, now I can get them, transparencies of the color separation.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's really neat.
So Bond found it and then sent it to me priority mail, which he didn't need to. I mean, that cost a lot of money, but Bond is another one of those guys that is just very generous and just wanted to show his friendship by gifting me this book. And this is one of the all-time great gifts that I've gotten, is Bill Sienkiewicz's New Mutants. It is a slipcase, but it's more than just a dopey piece of cardboard. Like, apparently something is killing the children.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's a great comparison. I am now looking at it differently. I'm glad that you said that, Jose. So it's going to take me a sec to put the dust jacket back on. Do you have a gift you'd like to show?
Yeah. This is it's probably one of my favorite stories to go along with this. But so the Chew Smorgasbord Volume 1, it's been out of print for a bit. This was out of print when I received it as a gift. This was a Christmas present from my mother-in-law. And it was available in very little quantities on Rob Guillory's site. And he'd signed them and sketched them out. I'll open this up in a second. But she got this, and it came open because he signed and sketched it, So it wasn't sealed. And here's the sketch he did. It's very good. I like it a lot.
Oh, let me highlight you. I'm busy putting away my book. Oh, nice.
Very nice, very nice. I like it. But apparently she opened it and told Reed that she read a little bit of it. And I believe what she said was, it was interesting, was very much not all about it at all. Very weirded out by it, I think. And I'm just like, Reed, why would she read the one book probably that I've ever asked for that probably she shouldn't? You know what I mean? So that was fun.
He's a sybologist or whatever.
Yeah, what? And then there's an ear on the back cover, right? There's just a bloody ear just chilling right here. I'm like, oh no, she does not need to read that.
Oh, that's great. That color separation is awesome. Lost art at this point, sort of. Oh, I hadn't really thought about it. I just thought the color separation was really cool. But those are the things I'm showing are things that I won't get rid of. I have other gifts that I just couldn't get together in time. One of my favorite gifts is from Nate. It's a Ramones box set of CDs, which I played the heck out of when I had a convertible, and I was going to pick up. Okay, so when was this? I lost my convertible in 2016 because it broke, and I had to get a new car. So this was prior to that. Whenever the Ramones CD came out, and it was 4, 5, 6 CDs with a comic book in it. It was a really cool gift from Nate. And I was playing Psychotherapy so loud in the driveway of this. I was going to pick up something from a friend that it brought a neighbor out, and he said, "Could you turn that down, please?" I had the top down, and psychotherapy was like at a level 11, and could you turn that down, please? I was like, I feel 16 again. Yes, thank you. Oh, Freddie is in the chat. Have people complimented your Bruce Timm Supergirl shirt yet? Because it is worthy of one. They have. Thank you. I appreciate the extra compliment. Thank you, Freddie. And I think set designer is what I'm going to go with. What my daughter is doing. My daughter. I meant my wife.
I was going to say, wasn't that your wife?
Set designer. I think I'm going to go with that. Senior Jess, if you haven't already started the Captain America by Bed Brubaker hominies, bet you haven't. You're right. Next Thursday is Veterans Day.
Same, I haven't either.
Uh-oh. But that was on my list in January. And then I said 3 weeks ago, Taylor, I'm starting today. And I still haven't started it. So, yeah, so cool, OmniDog. You're completely right. I haven't started yet. I really want to. Oh, here's Reaper XC. How you doing, buddy? Reaper XC's great. Jess, wow, Jess, you're making me X-Titles hardcore fans salivate and drooling over the New Mutants oversized book by Bill S. Well, I'm glad. Damn, that one's a beauty. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Do you know Scott Pilgrim?
Yeah, of course.
The color edition books, are they a good buy? As I saw the movie and loved it.
As far as what they are and the quality and the color work, absolutely, I recommend that. I will say, if you just love the movie, you'll probably like the books. I reread this. I believe it was last year. And I still really enjoyed it, but there were some words that we wouldn't say now that was said in this book back then.
I think you may have told me that.
Yeah, I did.
That sounds familiar.
Certain R word was thrown around a whole lot. And I was like...
Yeah.
Like, it just made me go, ooh. Every time I was like, oh, no. And, I mean, when it came out, yes, I feel like that word was thrown around more within the youth, right? But
the R word substituted for mentally disabled?
Yes, yeah. Yes. But reading that now, I'm like, ooh, like it really messed with me because it was a lot. It was thrown around a lot. And I was like, wow, it wasn't just like one off, right? It was like, ooh, it kept happening. So that's not great. It's still very fun. It's Scott Pilgrim, it's a great movie. They didn't do that in the movie. but these are nice color editions. Actually got this one at Ollie's for $5. So you can find them around for cheap, or at least back when I got this, you could. I don't know about now. I haven't looked lately. So worth a shot.
I have had those for a number of years, those color editions. And I am on the fence about selling them or reading them. What do you think? Should I read them? If you think they'd be a good read for me, I'll read them. But if you don't think I'll enjoy it, I should sell them.
I think you'll still enjoy it. Just be aware that, some people are like, I would never read something with that word, which I get, right? And it's a little jarring. It was a little jarring for me, but it's still very fun. It's very fun. I'm a fan of Brian Lee O'Malley and his art and what he does with everything. It's a good time.
And you didn't sell it. You still have it.
No. Mm-hmm.
So it's a keeper for you, even though with that caveat.
Yeah, which, and I read it way back when, gosh, I mean, I had the black and white edition, some of the first comics I ever got, I think, were Scott Pilgrim.
Oh, okay.
So I have a certain nostalgia factor with that too. And I can recognize that there was a certain time that these came out and
What did he write Blankets?
No, that's Craig Thompson.
Craig Thompson. What is Brian Lee O'Malley? What else has he written?
He's done Seconds.
Seconds.
Have you read that?
That's what I was thinking of.
Have you read that? Seconds is so good. You'd like it.
I'm pretty sure I have it. What's it about?
There's magical mushrooms, if I remember correctly, involved.
Okay,
It
no,
was a
I
very long
haven't
time
read
ago. Okay, it's really, it's really good. You'll like it.
Wait, let me look at something else here. Uh-oh, don't step on...
Yeah, you'll really like that. He also does Snot Girl, which I don't love.
What you don't love?
I do not love, but I do love Seconds.
Okay, seconds. Okay, sometimes I get things confused, which is all the time. So, okay. All right.
Oh yeah, Freddie made a good point. He's saying to get the 3 paperbacks. They're just as good as the 6 hardcovers, but less space taken. That's also an option because they came out with those. You can get them in a box set even. I had mine long before that, so.
Thoughts on Over the Garden Wall? Saw the art and was immediately enthralled. Good word. I need to check it out more. I'm not familiar with this, am I?
I don't know. I guess you're not. I'm familiar with it in the fact that I've also seen the art and I think it looks amazing, but I have not read it. So,
What's who wrote? Do you know who wrote it? Who drew it? What it's about? Anything?
no, I don't. I've just seen the art everywhere, and I'm like, that's pretty. I like it, but I haven't read it.
Okay. Over the Garden Wall. Okay, wait. I need to check out Over the Garden Wall. What was that other book that we were thinking? Okay, you just wrote it down.
Amay is asking for some art, so I'm gonna grab the first volume of Scott Pilgrim, so I don't spoil you. Very cartoony art. I love his art. I'm a big fan, and I do prefer the color editions to the black and white because it's very nice.
Oh wait,
color
let
work.
me highlight you. Just a sec. Okay. Whoops. Let me take Garden Wall. I'm gonna put Over the Garden Wall in there.
It's a very slice of life. You know, Scott's a bit of a jerk, and he's bored all the time, and he has a group of friends. And if you've seen the movie, you know. So it's a great adaptation.
What was the first book? Somebody recommended a first book for us. Did you write it down?
I did. Let me check. Let me consult the list. Was that Bloodstain?
Bloodstain, right? That was Amaya. Okay. He's mentioned it before, so I want to make sure I read it. Okay, and he says it's really funny, which I'm up for. Are there characters that either of you do not like?
Ha! Are there? You know. Superman.
Oh, you're killing me.
Yeah. Superman.
Oh, come on.
Do not like.
Come on.
Not a fan.
Oh. Makes me sad. Characters I don't like. Well, speaking of Superman, I've Lex Luthor. I've never been a fan of. But the Joker. I would say the Joker is probably the character that I've had it with. I mean, I bought the most recent Joker book because apparently it's a book about Jim Gordon, so I'm cool with that. But I've had it with the Joker. Let's change it up. Let's see something else, James Tynan. Show me somebody different. I don't even know who Punchline is. I haven't read that far yet. I actually haven't caught up on that. But I don't come on. There's got to be some other murderous clown you can find. I'm so bored with the Joker. Just so over him. Over. Your New Mutants book will tear Omar up with Magneto jealousy. He's probably a guy that got it immediately. I know Riley is the one that I heard about it from, who had pre-ordered it. I think it means more to me now than to Riley. Riley may have sold his, but since I like New Mutants so much, and the fact that it was a gift, I think I like it more even than Riley, who is the one that I think I heard about it from. This thing came and went. quickly back in like 2017. I don't want to open it up again and find out when it was published. 2018, 2017, somewhere in that ballpark. 2000. I don't think it was 2019.
My dad got that Iron Man one.
Oh, did he? This
Mhm.
this was the. Is it a complete story?
I have no idea.
That's my problem with the artist editions. If they're a bunch of complete stories in oversized, then I want it. But if it's just random pages, I mean, I got the Frank. Um, I got the Fantastic Four Behold Galactus edition, which is so big I'm probably never going to read it, but
Hmm.
it's a huge book of a complete story, so I'm going to read that. I don't like it when it's just pages of random art. That to me that doesn't interest me. Superman and Lois, binge that, enjoyed it. I gotta see that. That's so great. I saw the first one, I loved it. Oh, The Eternaut is a famous book, very famous book that's come in and out of print. I want to say it's from Argentina, but it's from a political cartoonist who ended up losing his life to the regime. The Eternaut, I think, means a lot to the people in South America, but especially, I may be wrong about Argentina, but it was written under, it was written under the thumb of a murderous dictator, and the cartoonist eventually lost his life because of his artwork. So it's your duty to read it, even though I haven't yet, but I own it, and it's been going in and out of print. So whenever it's in print, you should get it. Oh, here's I'm loving these midday streams. Right on, Tim.
Good. Good. You'll probably see more.
Vigilante Danny. Hey, dudes. Darkhawk. That's who IQ doesn't care for. Or are you saying that I don't care for? I don't mind Darkhawk. It was just in that trilogy War of Kings that broke me. That Darkhawk part was so poorly written. But regular Darkhawk is probably fine, but that arc killed me. Marcelo just doesn't get Etrigan. Vigilante Danny also doesn't care for Superman.
Good deal.
I'm beyond sick of the Joker. He's been overused to death. Praetor 7. Joker fatigue is real. Just as ambivalent toward Darkhawk. Ambivalent is a good word. Thank you. Very good word. Peace and love ×2. Tolga is tired in general of all superheroes.
It's fair.
Oh, yeah, I was wondering about this. Oh. Have you guys read? She's personal friends with him.
I was hanging out with him last weekend. I mean, I've read all of the Kyle Starks because I have to, but also it's great.
They're buddies. We had him on for an interview, Amaya. You should go back through the catalog and check out our interview with him. He's a crack up. Yeah.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Kill 'Em All's awesome. Yeah, we've read all the Kyle Starks books. Rock Candy Mountain is one of my all-time favorites. Hobo fights, man.
The best.
Yeah, it's got hobo fights galore, and it's awesome. Slaps Tolga Burke. Anybody read Nocturnals? Thoughts? Saw that an omnibus is coming out, and the art looks great. That's by Dan Brereton. I think you have. I'm gonna look at it digitally because sometimes I like his art, and sometimes it's a real turnoff to me. And that book is full of Dan Brereton art, obviously. So I haven't read it. Have you? Do you know anything about it?
I don't.
Okay. it, I feel like it may be an Omni that I buy with good intentions and end up selling in 2 years. So I will like try to find an issue online and see if it interests me. If it does, then I have no problem buying the Omni. But that's the exact opposite of what I want to do. Just blind buy stuff. Let's see. Talking amongst themselves. I'm interested in purchasing the new Justice League Dark Omni, but as a new reader, I'm not sure how accessible it'll be. What do you think? Well, it's the new 52 Justice League Dark, and it is, I think, I think it's very accessible because it was the new 52, so it's all you have to know is that it's the supernatural characters: Zatanna, Swamp Thing, John Constantine, Deadman, and some others. I think it's very accessible because New 52's idea when it started out was a reboot for everything. So it will get you up to speed from the first pages. You just have to know who the characters are, and you could easily Wikipedia Justice League Dark New 52 to find out who the characters are. But if you're interested in purchasing JLD, you probably already know the characters. You may have an idea. I can't wait to get this book. I love JLD. It's some of the best Constantine writing since Hellblazer ended. So I really, really love it, and I can't wait to get it. And I think you should get it too, Imperfect Scrapper. I think you'll have no problem getting into it. Thoughts? Anything? Do you know about JLD, or was that my question?
I don't know anything.
Okay.
I got nothing for you. Sorry.
It broke my cosmic read. Yeah, the Darkhawk saga did.
Love that. Love it.
Just purchased Nocturnals yesterday. Can't wait to read it. Ah, okay, good. You read it and tell me what you think of it, Scrapper. We'll trade bits of information. I told you about JLD, and you tell me what you think of Nocturnals. Rock Candy Mountain was great.
Yes.
Yes.
So good. Also, highly recommend his Mars Attacks
Oh yeah, I've read that and it's great.
with
It's
Chris.
so funny.
It's so good. You don't have to know anything about like the movie or anything like that. It's just a great story.
You have to sell me. I think you meant to say on this new 52 Harley, her and Deadpool. Yeah, I think people kind of lump them together. Although I think that's only because they break the fourth wall. I have Mr. Tex. Let me do this. In my library, you'll have to look, but there's a whole video dedicated to why I love Harley Quinn. I don't want to take up time here because we're talking about gifted books, but that video should show you exactly why I like New 52 Harley. She's my favorite. She's just super fun, and it's just kooky, fun writing about a kooky character. She's broken up with Joker. That's one of the reasons why I like it is she's on her own in New 52. But watch my video. That will. I don't know if I made that. I may have made that point. That's one of my early videos. But go through my catalog, and you can find why I love Harley and New 52 Harley. Deadpool is like Harley is an acquired taste. It depends on how Deadpool's written. In my opinion, like the Posehn and Duggan Deadpool, I thought was hilarious. I thought
So good. I loved it too.
Okay, good. I've liked the minibuses. I understand, but haven't read yet that the Deadpool by Joe Kelly is the definitive Deadpool. Um, I also heard Deadpool and Cable um, is great. Also, I think it all depends on who writes it because the Daniel Way Deadpool is supposed to be not good Deadpool. Um, but I love him as a character. But I would say try the Posehn and Duggan Deadpool just because it's fun. I think Kristen and I both agree that um, while we like, I don't mean to speak for you, Kristen, but I think you and I agree that we like books that are not only fun, which is where Deadpool and Harley come in, but you and I also touch on a lot of books that we can make an emotional connection to, which is, I think, where a lot of your indie queen books come into play.
Yeah.
We can make an emotional connection in a lot of your recommendations, and which is why I think this show works. I have the more traditional things that I know of, Harley Pool and Dead Quinn, um, and and you have the more interesting kind of finds that people aren't aware of. So Harley also can be written poorly. After her rebirth run, I wasn't a fan of who took over immediately. Stephanie Phillips then picked it up, and she's written a much better Harley. And then the new Harley, Eat, Stab, Kill tour is a continuation of the animated show, which I recommend to everybody on the planet. The animated show is so funny. I love it. So go to my library and find the New 52 Harley video. Jess, did you discover Superboy or Legion of Superheroes first? I'm going to say I discovered Legion of Superheroes first when it was in Adventure Comics back in about 1967. And then that probably led me to collecting Superboy. Good question, though. Oh, wow. Harley animated show better than all. Unpopular opinion, better than Batman the Animated Series. Wah. Okay, wait. They're answering their own questions in here. Okay, Oh yeah, I want to watch that Justice League Dark animated movie. Now here's a good question. You guys read Stray Dogs, right? No, I haven't had the guts to read it either. I I have it because I liked the cover and it was a really cool trade paperback. But no, I just haven't been able to get myself to read it. I've
thought about it, but I'm like, I can't handle animal death like that immediate, and that's what it is. So I'm like, I don't know if that's worth my time personally.
I like the idea that they get revenge, but I also haven't been able to watch John Wick yet. And I own those movies, and I still haven't been able to watch them because of what happens, and I know how great they are, and I feel deprived, but I don't know. Phil agrees. He says Stray Dogs is, oh well, no, it's not an agreement. He just says Stray Dogs is awesome.
I hear that.
Yeah, I do hear that too. I like the idea that dogs get together for revenge, but I prefer my dogs in like Deceased by Tom Taylor, where Crypto and Ace the Bat Hound are rudimentarily communicating with each other to protect the area and the other pets and things. I loved that part of Deceased where they were communicating with each other. I thought that was so cute. So someday maybe I own it, but I just can't yet.
Yeah, I feel the same. I was also told, I can't think of what's that new Netflix horror series that came out this year? Maybe a month or two ago. I don't know. Whatever the big one was everyone was watching, I was immediately told, you can't watch it. And I was like, oh no, okay.
Midnight Mass?
I think that's it, yeah, because there's a ton of cat death. Like a ton, I guess.
I didn't know that.
Just like immediately. And I'm like, okay, I'm good then. Thank you so much. So I think Maddie told me, she's like, you can't do it. I'm like, thank you. I don't want to.
Oh,
I'm good.
Taylor loved that. So I'm going to have to ask him about that.
Yeah.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah.
I can't get enough of these thick DC Omnis, so JLD is a must buy for me. Yeah, baby. There's Simeon. How you doing, buddy? Well, I'll get back to this question. I need to talk about a gift book. Do you have any gifts left?
I do. This is just a fun. Probably like 2.
Okay.
Yeah. This is just a fun one that Reed got me. I just think it's interesting. And maybe, I don't know if you've heard of it, but this is the unavailable Carl Barks in color.
What is it?
So this is like, it's comics and stuff that he did a while back that were never like printed in any form. So I believe this is like fan made. And they got together like all these really old issues that he did of like different series that weren't collected and put it together into like this book. You can buy it. I think it's very not
sanctioned.
Yeah, something like that. I'm like, what am I thinking of? Not official for sure. But it's very.
That's really cool. Where did he?
It's very cool. I feel like it may be on Amazon. I'll check for you.
Okay.
But yeah, it's super cool and it looks really nice. You saw the pages. Like, it's not like these are bad scans or anything. They're really nice.
Yeah. I will get to this question in a little bit. Joe Cool, what was your reaction to the announcement of Crisis on Infinite Earths in the 1980s? Did it bother you as a lifelong DC fan? I will definitely answer it. I'm going to save it for a little bit.
Yeah, you can get this on Amazon. So if anyone happens to be interested.
Carl Barks.
Of course, Carl Barks is known for his Duck comics more than anything. Right. But yeah, this is very cool. Really interesting.
Oh, here's Heroing 2.0. Hey, OmniDog, OmniCat, and everyone. I just popped in to say hi and ask, do you guys think Marvel or DC would release a box set of Omnis? Or would it be way too expensive for most people?
I think it'd be way too heavy to pick up for most people.
Yeah, box set of Omnis. Box sets of those box sets that Marvel sold are just standard books, and those things weigh a ton.
Yeah. I mean, think about getting a box set of Omnis from Amazon. What part wouldn't be broken, right? I can't imagine. I feel like even just picking up the box itself would break the box.
Yeah. Or hurt you.
Although, I mean, I guess if it's like the little guys, like Superior Spider-Man, maybe they could put like 3 of these in a box and that'd be okay.
Yeah.
That'd be all right.
Ms. Marvel, Hawkeye.
Young Avengers.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
And call it the overpriced Omnis box.
Yeah.
Set.
Or just some OHCs in a box. That'd be all right.
Yeah. That'd be cool. That new series, Newburn by Zdarsky, is very promising. I've seen the picture of it. It's got Jacob Phillips art, son of Sean Phillips. He was our very first interview for Taylor and I. He was a good guy. Jacob Phillips was, not Zdarsky. I would love to interview him. Then you're talking about Mars Attacks in the chat. Hussein and Duggan, have you guys read what? Yeah, I have. Have you read Gwenpool?
Yes, it needs an omnibus. A big, bright pink omnibus right now. That's what I need.
100% with Kristen. I not only have I have been an early and vocal supporter of Gwenpool. That's one of the few pops I kept because it was signed by the author Christopher
Hastings.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you.
I saw it. Why did I have a Gwenpool pop with me? I must have bought it at the con since he was there, but why didn't I buy a book?
That is weird.
That is weird. I have he signed the pop, so I'm keeping that pop. Love Gwenpool. I have 2 Mafexes, one of Gwenpool, one of Evil Gwenpool, who's hilarious, and that's Tyler Blunt's best picture ever. He's the toy photographer, and he has a series of Evil Gwenpool having trouble with an arcade game and then just blowing it up and walking away from it. It's so good. I 100% recommend it, and I think Kristen's right. It needs a bright pink omnibus. I would definitely upgrade to that. 100%.
Yeah, I'm talking make the spine pink and everything. Make everyone mad. Make the spine pink. Just lose it on it. It'd be great. And then she has to be like crawling up the spine or something. Like there has to be multiple Gwenpools on it.
Oh, keep going.
Yeah. They should just call me. There should also be a ribbon, just because there should be.
Right. Ribbon.
A pink ribbon.
Okay. What about the baby spine writing? What's it going to be on Gwenpool? Is she climbing up her letters?
Maybe she's like at the bottom stretching the letters so they're actually big and like it makes sense now. Yeah. Call me Marvel.
Tiny
come on.
And she's pulling him big.
Yes. Yes.
I love that idea.
Perfect.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I think that's a perfect. It's a pink all around. Oh, and she's just got hijinks galore going on all over it.
Mm-hmm.
Like in those old Mad magazines when Sergio Aragonés used to put the little, you're too young for this, but Sergio Aragonés used to put little drawings of events happening all through the bottom and top pages and stuff. And that's what he got famous for before Grew and stuff. Sergio Aragonés would put these little adventures with characters going around the bottoms and tops of Mad Magazine, and there would be extra little adventures you could read of all these different scenarios. And that's what Gwenpool should be doing on the back cover and on the front cover.
Yes.
Making mayhem and
yeah, that sounds awesome.
Walking hand in hand with MODOK as the front cover. Oh,
love it. Why don't they call us? What's the deal? Come on, Omar. What are we doing?
Yeah, Omar, what are you doing with your life? You need input from us on that Gwenpool that will sell out immediately.
That's right.
Both of us.
And it would. People would be like, oh, this is hilarious. I need this just for the spine.
Pulling
like,
the spine. Yeah.
You do.
Having a sense of humor, Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Show
make fun of yourself, Marvel. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Show that you can make fun of yourself. Pulling the baby spine into a giant spine.
Yeah.
I love that idea. Oh my gosh, that's such a good idea.
Thank you.
Oh, that's a Kristen idea. That's in the Kristen verse.
And we're going to copyright that.
Yeah. Nicholas Lindman got Lock and Key House Compendium a month ago. Had not read it yet. Look good, but big book. What is thought about that one? Have you read Lock and Key?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, multiple times. It's great.
Yeah, me too. That has genuine moments in it that made my it didn't make my skin crawl. First of all, to answer your question, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
We both love Lock and Key. You definitely need to read it, Nicholas. It's so great. It's so amazingly well put together, and it's so well thought out. There are moments in it that chilled me. That's what I'll say. There are moments in it that genuinely chilled me. And there's not a lot of books that have done that. As creepy as Harrow County is, it didn't chill me as much as this one did. The
I agree.
moments that I'm thinking of.
I agree. Yeah, and it's such a nice. I'm glad they came out that hardcover. I don't have it, but it looks nice from what I've seen, and it's such a great complete story. I think about that ending, and even just I have read it like a few times now, and even rereading it, it's still a great adventure, and I feel like I'd never got bored of it.
Yeah. I know it was turned into a TV show. Was it already canceled, or did they?
Season 2 just came out.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
they're giving it a chance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Haven't seen it, but I heard it's got a different vibe.
I haven't seen it at all yet either. I love the book though. Here's a question for you.
Which emotional sentiment draws you more in your slice of life books, melancholy or humor? I want to say humor, but then I'm like, that's not funny. So I like both a lot, but I am drawn toward the Lemire books that people like to call sad books. So
there's more than just melancholy and humor to choose from as far as the emotional spectrum, because I think of like spinning. There's melancholy, there's humor, but there's also that book just made me feel exhausted from what she went through in it. So I was kind of emotionally, not in a bad way, but emotionally exhausted as to what she put herself through in that book. It's about her ice skating and other adventures, but primarily the getting up at 4 a.m. to get the ice time to practice your ice skating. I don't know, that just exhausted me, but I feel like there's other emotions that we can think of, but I understand why Jose went to these two.
I prefer a mixture, I think.
Yeah, I was going to say a good book would be one that mixes all of them. Jess, who would be your dream team to work on Harley book who haven't already done one? Actually, I need to get up because I've been sitting for a while. Okay, my dream team would be, let me think. It's got to be somebody funny. Somebody, who hasn't already? No, Tom Taylor hasn't already written one. So I want Tom Taylor, to write an Harley and Ivy book because they were so well written in Deceased. I want Harley and Ivy. I was gonna say Bruce Timm, but I don't think you couldn't get Bruce Timm for a full book. Artist. Okay, we got Tom Taylor. I don't want it too real, but I don't want it cartoony. So, who's a good artist, Kristen? Help me here. Help a brother out. Help your comic brother out.
It's a good question.
Because I can't pick some of the ones that have already done her under these conditions.
How about my next book is, of course, Wind that you gave me. How about the Artist of Wind?
That's a good idea.
because it's cartoony, but like in a way where I think this artist would be really great on Harley Quinn. Actually, what do you think?
Wow.
Yeah,
How do you say the name? Michael Dialnus.
yeah. Which I'm not familiar with his other work, but this is brilliant, of course.
So this was a gift?
Yeah, I lucked out. Someone I know bought 2 copies in accident and sent me one. What's great is I had read this
3
beforehand.
copies.
3 copies? How did you do that?
I don't know.
Well, I'm glad I could be one of the lucky 2 that you had to give away.
I don't think I gave the second one away. I actually no, maybe I just no. I'm pretty sure I got 3. I feel like I got 3, and I set the other one aside and forgot about it.
Gotcha,
I'm almost
gotcha.
positive I ordered 3, but I sent you that one. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd read this digitally on Hoopla, and I didn't plan to get the hardcover. But now that I see it in real life, I'm so glad I have it. It's very cute. It's a cute size. What can I put up against it? How about that Spider Girl? Like it's it's not quite as big as a paperback, but it's a little fatter. I don't know. It's a nice hardcover. It's just really nice. It's a little shiny, like that.
Yeah.
Some spot gloss.
I think I got excited about it and ordered it because it's I don't think it's hard to find, but it's a special edition.
Mm-hmm.
So I ordered it a couple times. And now I know that book 2 is coming out, I think in March or something, which is really exciting.
Yeah.
I just think this is awesome.
I'm trying to figure out how many issues are in this, but I'm not seeing that easily.
I feel like it's the first 5.
Is it 5? Because it seems fatter than that. Maybe just because it's shorter.
Yeah, it's 1 through 5.
Okay. Yeah, it does say limited edition inside, so.
I personally wouldn't put GLAD, award-winning creator of the Woods, because GLAD is the imprimatur of that awful book.
We can't blame GLAD for that. GLAD is a good organization.
Okay.
I think that was probably back when there weren't a lot of comics with any representation. That's my guess from it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Okay.
but James and okay, so that's the artist from The Woods, I guess. That's what I'm gathering.
The creators of the Woods. Okay,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he did. Yep.
Yeah, you know what?
So
You're
that's cool.
right. It's not cartoony, but it's still fun enough. It's fun, but it also, it's a good mixture of the two. So next Imaginaut, good question. Tom Taylor hires Michael Dialnus to be his artist on an oversized black label poison. It would be it'd be Harley and Ivy, 6 issues, and it would be called Hijinks.
Love that. But I'd also say James Tynion would probably kill that too. So we could just get the team back and put them on a Harley book. You know what I mean?
Get the gang back together.
Yeah, get the band back together.
Getting the band back together. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, that's a good point. But I said in my review of a Deceased that I wanted Tom Taylor to write a Harley and Ivy book, because they didn't appear a lot in that book, but their relationship that he did show was so perfect. It was so perfect. Oh, it was really good. It showed it showed the serious side of Ivy being softened by the goofiness of Harley to help the community, whereas she was in that book, she was hardened into creating her own compound. Harley softened her, and Ivy reacted well in that relationship to let other people take refuge in there. And I just thought he really nailed that. So I'd like to see that. Next Imaginaut, best question ever from you. Right. Thank you, buddy. Exactly. Oh, wait. I just saw. Oh, no. I just saw that Rosemary Valero O'Connell book. That's a good book. What is it?
Yeah.
How did you get along without me, or where did you post
Don't
it?
Go Without Me. It's
Don't Go
actually
Without Me.
right beside me.
That is a great book.
Yeah, her art's beautiful.
And she's
So good.
a really good writer.
Yeah. Yeah, I need more like directly from her like this. Like, this was awesome.
Yeah. Okay. I'm about 15 behind. Okay, wait a sec. What are you guys doing here? We don't know.
Do we ever?
No. Oh, what? No, how dare you? Kevin Smith, get out of this. Get out of this video right now. How dare you? How dare you? Yeah, Freddie is exactly right. No fun, Mr. Tex. Gwenpool just brings smiles.
That's all right.
How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? Oh, I forgot about the little guys in Mad Magazine. I love that. And I love Gru. Need a Gru Omni. Agree. We're talking about
Oh, that's fine.
Gwenpool. Make it happen,
Yeah.
Kristen. With a little Gwenpool at the end of the ribbon.
Yes.
First page is a pop-out book.
Yes, let's keep adding money in this thing. Yeah.
A huge pink Omni would be awesome. Let's see. Okay, wait. I'm going back a little bit. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm way back. Are you on track with Goodreads this year?
Well, let's
Goodreads
see.
goals this year.
I am 520 books in, and I'm aiming for 600 now. So I'm doing all right.
Good. That's good.
Yeah.
Amaya agrees. Lock and Key's awesome. Harley Quinn, Deadpool, and She-Hulk walk into the third wall, knocking two drums and cymbal off a cliff. She-Hulk's another good wall breaker. Fourth wall, but it's,
Yeah.
your point is made. Oh. Wait a minute. Okay, now they're discussing stray dogs. And they are talking about Midnight Mass. But let's see. Here's Stray Dogs. I think that's the reason it's drawn in a cartoony way. I collected Stray Dogs in singles, and my dog's photo was featured in one of the singles.
Oh, cute.
Well, that's interesting. Was it alive? Or did they just show
Your
pictures of
face.
dogs? I can't stomach animal tragedy for plot devices. I love animals too much. Am an animal lover, so I just separate the two feelings. I have a trouble doing that. Midnight Mass is creepily heartbroken. Midnight Mass has cat deaths? Oof. Might close my eyes and fast forward. Yeah. Uh-oh.
That's what I've heard. They're off the charts.
Uh-oh.
Can't do it.
The unavailable book is cool. Oh, the one you just showed me. End of episode 1 and start of episode 2 mainly. That must be for Midnight Mass. The Weatherman is also a good sci-fi book, but it also has animal violence.
Oh my gosh. Did you watch it? Did you read it?
I
warned you about
looked at
that one.
What's that?
I think I warned you about that one.
I think you did, yeah.
Never
I looked
again.
at it and looked at it and looked at it, and I just never bought it.
Yeah, I'd say that's more than violence. I'll never forget.
Okay.
Never forget. I could see it in my head.
Okay, no, never.
And it's a
getting it
dog.
then.
It's
Nope,
bad.
nope.
Yeah.
Don't want to
Very
talk
bad.
about it then. No,
It's not.
no, no,
You know
no.
what? And honestly, I don't think the story's worth it anyway. So that's just my opinion.
Well, I don't do no.
Very upset I ever read it.
I know I hijacked the chat, but in keeping with the theme, I did gift books to someone. Identity Crisis and Nemesis by Mark Miller. Was that someone you didn't? Did you gift them to Second and Charles or something? Yuck. I like Jacob Phillips' art in that Texas Blood. I still need to read that. Deadpool and Cable is by far the best Deadpool. I've heard that. Yes, he liked Identity Crisis. So did I. Peace and love, peace and love. As long as you liked it, that's what counts. They gave Spider-Gwen an Omni, so I think Gwenpool shouldn't be too far off. Peace and love to that thought. Good thought.
True. And that
She
spine
loved
was like
blue.
purple,
Yeah.
so they can do that.
Make it happen, Kristen. Use your power
Yeah, I gotta call Marvel.
on speed dial.
If
Back
only.
when we had speed dial.
Yeah.
Sold. Oxmeat Pete would buy it. We need a sound bite when you open it too.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay, there's Mr. Tex being ejected from the show. What are you guys doing here? Lock and Key was Candace. We don't know.
Yeah. Sorry.
I put in, just so everybody knows, I do put in the community tab, and it should go out to everybody when the show is scheduled. This particular show.
I always see it, so.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
If you're subscribed to the channel, you should get the announcements. Because of Kristen's work schedule, we just go whenever we can. And it's actually kind of fun because we get a lot of European viewers that we normally wouldn't get. And a lot of other people also participate, of course, but we see a different audience than we would later at night. So we kind of dig it. Maybe
I think about people like who work, the second shift, let's say, and like right now, maybe they haven't gone into work yet and they can watch,
Yeah.
So there's like those people we're getting to with different kinds of shifts.
Okay, Mr. Tex, you really like me. I know that because you're watching the channel. I'm going to make this pledge. I will gift you the Gwenpool Omni when it comes out if you promise to read it. I'm also allowing you to stay in the chat. So I will gift you that if you promise to read it.
I'm curious, Mr. Tex, if you have read any of it or if you're just making what you think is, you know what I mean? Like, have you read any of it to know that you don't like it?
That's a good question.
Because if that's the point, you're going to buy him an Omni. He's going to take that to Second and Charles.
Lock and Key TV adaptation is excellent. Just don't go into it with that stubborn attitude about it needing to be one-to-one with the books. Right.
Yeah, I had to convince someone who was like, I will never watch Sweet Tooth because I love the comic. And I'm like, look, if you like good TV, you should watch Sweet Tooth.
Yeah, I don't want it to be exactly like the books because I got the books.
That's exactly how I feel. And
Yeah.
I'm like, also, it's, it makes me feel better knowing Jeff Lemire was directly involved with not even directly involved, just like, hey, it's good. Like, that's all I need.
Yeah.
The creator also thinks it's good. Great. Now I'm going to go into it, and I thought it was good. So that's all I need.
Yeah, I have the story. If it's a note for note thing, rendition, recreation of the book, why am I interested in that? I want to see interesting plot elements tossed in there that I wouldn't have thought of. And if the creator's cool with it, I'm cool with it too then. I liked Remire's Roughneck. The Nobody was equally good. I liked Roughneck better than Nobody, but your point is made.
I actually like the Nobody more than Roughneck, so.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
I liked them both, but I dug Roughneck a little bit more. Aiku agrees to us. agrees with us. Just a Harley book. We already did that. We know I love Roughneck too. Jess, you're out of frame. That was a while ago, so I'm catching up. I stood up for a bit because things in my body needed to be stretched out, and that's everything. I think I would go Brownie writing and Cho for art on a fun Harley book. Brownie? Who are we talking about?
Someone's
Taylor
trying to make
Brown?
us hungry.
Brownie? Don't put walnuts in my brownie.
Oh, that's the best part.
Oh my God! Get out of! I'm taking you out. Get out of here. No. Get out. Nobody can have walnuts in their brownie. That's disgusting. What are you talking about? That's ridiculous.
Do you just not like walnuts?
I don't. I hate them. I cannot take the
I can eat
taste of
walnuts
walnuts.
alone. Like I like walnuts.
Oh my! Oh God!
I'll just pop those alone. That's fine.
Oh, God. You will see me
All right.
vomit.
What nuts do you like?
All others.
All the others.
All
Except
the other
walnuts.
nuts.
That's weird.
Here's one for you.
So you hate Superman. Haha, what's your favorite DC character then? Oof. I don't know that I can answer that.
You mean Harley?
I haven't read any Harley.
Okay, this show is me alone now. I don't see why I should allow some ridiculous. This is just ridiculous now.
Look, you know I'm very limited
What
on my
the
DC.
hell?
Well, okay, no, that's not true. I've read Harley Quinn Breaking Glass and I loved it.
Oh, well, that's a good book.
Does that count? It's not continuity Harley.
No, it's not.
But I haven't read a lot of continuity DC.
Well, Harley has nothing
Yeah.
to do with any DC.
Okay, I mean canon, not
I
continuity.
wouldn't make you go out and get the Omni of the new 52, but I would at least have you read the first hardcover, oversized hardcover, and see if you dug it.
Here's the thing. I've wanted that Omni because you praise it and I think I would really enjoy it.
Oh,
But I can't get that Omni anymore. I think you can't find it. So it's like
it's out of print?
Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Let's look.
Oh, I don't know.
Also, I can't afford it anyway. I don't have a job, but I have a job. I'm just not
Okay,
gonna have one soon.
If you promise to read it, I'm gifting you. This is the gifting episode, and if you will read it,
I will absolutely read it.
okay, none of it's $500, but I mean, if I can afford it.
I mean, it's on Amazon. I don't know if it's anywhere else. I'll have to look.
All right, we'll talk about this afterwards. But
Okay.
I'll
make you a deal. Yeah.
Sorry,
I'll make you a deal. That's a deal.
that's
I'll
some
take Mr.
deal.
Texas offer. Yeah.
If Joe Benitez draws Harley, you could get my attention. Alan Davis, Dan Mora would be a good
Ooh.
artist.
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be really good.
I could see his drawing a really good Harley and Ivy.
Have I showed you the Dan Mora art in these first few Buffy issues?
I don't think so.
Oh, it's just perfect. He's just so good. He can do anything.
Oh, look at
Just
that.
Perfect. Just
Oh,
so well
yeah.
done. I mean, just absolutely perfect.
Oh, I may be changing my opinion.
And they teased this with Dan Mora though, because after a few issues he was gone, and the artist that took over, I was like,
Oh, I
No.
remember you saying that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's rough.
All right, peace and love. Tom Taylor and Dan Mora.
That is a really good combo. That's
Wow.
really good.
This is a good opinion. Jeff Darrow is the best artist alive in American comics. I think that's funny. Funny. I just saw something about the word. I think that's a legit opinion. Alan Davis would be an excellent artist selection. Nicholas Lindman, our go-to be a Monstrous Book 2, Love Book 1. Oh, is there going to be a Monstrous Book 2? Yes, because I've already purchased 2 follow-up trades to the big monstrous hardcover. So that guarantees there's going to be an oversized monstrous. You're welcome.
Yep.
And,
Every time.
And I will upgrade. I will sell those books to Second and Charles. Peace and love. Peace and love. You're welcome. Jeff Darrow. Jeff Darrow is also super nice. Dude, his artwork is intense. Fiona Staples, Stacey Lee. You know what a J.H. Williams Harley would be crazy good. I'm going to stick with Dan Mora.
Yeah.
Those are good suggestions.
Fiona Staples.
Fiona Staples.
That's a good one.
That is, but she's got her plate full with Saga, I think.
Oh, yeah. We don't add work to her.
No.
But the idea of it's good.
If you're talking about wind, it's not. I think you already showed the comparison.
Yeah. Let me grab that again.
Undersized, but that doesn't. It doesn't
Yeah.
hurt it.
Here's a regular trade. It's smaller than that, but
it doesn't hurt it. It's really cool.
No.
I mean,
And it's a
fun, exciting book.
So, some of these smaller books, I feel like we're squinting at the text, right? It's so small, but this is a really nice size. I don't have this problem with this, and it's a really nice hardcover.
Max says, the only part of Lock and Key that was hard to stomach for me was the sexual assault in the first book.
Yeah.
The story overall is beautiful and a really good page turner.
I agree with that.
And
that was rough.
I don't disagree with it. Asking for a friend. I think Mirko Andolfo is becoming known for kind of sexy comics. She, I don't actually own any of her stuff yet, but I'm, I think that Sweet Paprika and she has a new Sweet Paprika looks like a cute little sexy comic. And I think that, I mean, if you're talking about full on erotic, then I don't know what to tell you. And I'm not familiar with that second name, Joe Chip.
I mean, Zombie Tramp is a thing.
Zombie Tramp? Okay.
Apparently. I just see it at like comic shops a lot, and I'm like, oh no. So that's probably something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Death Rattle. Have you guys read any of the 3 Neil Gaiman library HCs by Dark Horse? If so, thoughts?
I haven't.
Is that Chevy Chase from Fletch?
It's definitely Chevy.
It's a young Chevy.
Yeah.
If it's from Fletch, that's awesome because I loved the Fletch movies. Did you say you have or have not read any of those?
I haven't. No. I think I've read like one within the hardcovers.
Yeah.
Like I think I've read a story or two within them, but not the whole things.
I have this is my life. I have all the books that make up those hardcovers, and now they're all blown up into really nice. I'm not going to upgrade. I do highly recommend them, though. They're all great, brilliant Neil Gaiman stories. I think if you're lucky enough to get a Neil Gaiman story, first of all, that's like a book-length story, you should grab it. And all the books that make up those library editions are really good. Really, really good. I mean, I bought them, and I'm not getting rid of them. They're awesome. Chip Zdarsky for writer, Jeff Darrow for artist for a Black Label, no holds barred, violent Harley series. Tynan would add the Joker to the book, though. I am going to go to my last gifts, and it's 3 books out of the probably 10 that he gave me. This is an ode to Mike Noah, who I haven't spoken to in a while, but he, I, when I became OmniDog, it's because of when I went on the what I call the Great Pacific Northwest book search, when I went from Central California all the way up to Portland and looked for books that were out of print at the time. 2016, there were a lot of books that were still out of print, and there were a lot of waylettes that were out of print, and a lot of those waylettes haven't come back into print. But I bought probably 200 books that trip, and I released them into the wild, into the omnibus group. And I sent out packages from my sister's place in Oregon to probably 15 to 20. No, I had 3 huge truckloads, hand truck cart loads that I took to the local post office. And since they said media mail, they immediately ripped open the first one to check and see that it was, because I was bringing in so many books. My point is that I was known for generosity in helping people. That's because Mike Noah taught it to me. He gave me Witchblade Compendium 1 and 2. I didn't have time to grab the Darkness Compendium 1 and 2. Though these books were way out of print back in, I don't know when he gave them to me, 2017. This would be just my saying, I don't even remember how this always happened, but I would say something like, oh, that looks like a cool book, and too bad it's out of print. And I would get a package from Mike Noah, and it would be both of these, Witchblade 1 and 2 Compendium, or the Darkness 1 and 2 Compendium. Here's one he sent me, Jla Avengers, which no, I haven't unwrapped yet because I haven't read it yet. This is a whale that I don't know that's getting reprinted because of the rights between Marvel and DC.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Noah just sent this to me as a gift.
It's amazing.
And said his motto was lift people up. And I took that under my I took that and wanted to spread it around in the omnibus group, and I tried to do everything I could for everybody to try and find them books. I didn't necessarily gift them books, but I would do whatever I could to find books for people whenever I could, and that's how I got the name OmniDog. My favorite book in my collection, it got reprinted. That does not take away from the fact that it was an amazing gift from Mike. He couldn't replace it at the time, and it's not like he had 4 of them. He just went to his collection and gave me Naughty and Nice. Whoops.
Oh,
Sorry about that. Gave me Naughty and Nice. And this is my most treasured book. I saved it for last. It is full of I don't know if it's going to be in the new one, but it's got a bunch of DC characters. It's his sketch of Naughty and Nice girls, not sketches, but it's sketches and full-blown drawings. A lot of it is not safe for showing on the air. It's from Flesk, but there's a lot of, if I recall, no, can't show that. Here we go with Emily's mom again. But there are DC characters in this that are just drawn. His versions of drawing, like, this isn't a DC character, but this is the kind of stuff that would be in it that I can show. I can show this. And it's getting reprinted, but this is my favorite book, my most treasured book, It was a gift from Mike.
You may want to watch out. We can still see some of that.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Sorry about that. Okay, I'll change to down here. My point is that, okay, here it is. See, there's Catwoman. I don't know that the new one has the pictures of the DC characters. If it does, that's great, and I'm glad for everybody. Here's my gal. Of course, he invented her, or created her, rather. And there's Poison Ivy.
Is that bigger than oversized?
This
It's really
is
big.
huge.
It looks really big.
It is gigantic. Let me compare it to.
I love that slipcase.
I mean, look at the yeah, it's.
That's
giant.
really nice.
What can I compare it to? Here is The Last God, which is standard size. So it's on my top bookshelf, which is where the biggest books go. And
Is it about absolute or bigger? I'm just curious.
That's fine.
You don't have to show me.
No, let me go push it up next to an absolute and see. I'm gonna go off camera here.
Uh-oh. You're out of frame, Jess.
I know. It is about a quarter of an inch.
Oh.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, no.
Iron Man figures. All right, that happens. I have fun picking them back up. It's about a quarter inch smaller than an absolute.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
So my point is, Mike Noah would just send me these books. I was looking around for other books that he had gifted me. I'm not exaggerating when I say he gifted me 10 seriously out of print, incredibly valuable books that I could not have afforded at any time at that point. And he would just say words to the effect of pay it forward. His point is lift people up. And Mike and his wife Amber are just so generous and friendly and sweet. And his goal was to open a comic store that had like a food place in it where he was going to name a root beer float after me. That was pretty exciting. He hasn't done that yet. I actually don't know what his job status is. He got a big promotion, and that's when we sort of lost touch because he was in charge. He does something with aviation. My big point, of course, I've said it over and over, was he was incredibly generous, and that made such an impression on me that it actually changed my personality. I became generous. I tried to pass it on. I tried to become a better person. He made me a better person through his generosity. I will say that. I will end with that. He made me a better person through his generosity. That's
very nice. Very lovely.
Yeah, so I owe Mike a lot. Besides friendship and the books he sent me back when they were all out of print, just the fact that he was so he would just do stuff at the drop of a hat to send to me. I don't know. He's just such a good guy. I don't know. It is getting reprinted, but I don't know. Right. Those are his feelings. Jess, you can lift me up and gift me that Jla Avengers book anytime. That is a gem, sir. Jla Avengers would probably never happen again. Mr. Noah may have surpassed Mr. Kyle. It's good to have nice friends. I will say that. They are both very generous. That's Chase in Spies Like Us. Okay, I haven't seen that movie. The movie Chase did with Goldie Hawn is funny. Yeah, that was hilarious. Let's see. I'm going back in the chat. Ira knows Mike Noah is such a great human being. Yes, I do. Fletch is hilarious. Any idea when the next Baby Tooth Deluxe Edition is coming, or is that still on hiatus? I don't have an answer for that. I did not upgrade. I kept my singles, so I'm not paying attention to that until I do a show with Chris for what's coming out.
Hey, speaking of, you know how we were wondering about this? I tweeted at Boom, like, what's going on? They just didn't reply to me. I got no information for you. I'm just annoyed at them. I'm like, really? You couldn't answer my one question? I want to give you money.
Jiminy crickets. Oh, here's one. Joelle Jones drawing Harley Quinn. Yeah.
That's good.
I bought Monstrous OAC twice, so yes, make a second one. Will happen. Okay, now I'm going back. Oh, Flush Jackson, thank you. I didn't see that. Thank you very much. Fantastic show. We love you guys. Sincerely, the chat.
That's so nice. Thank you, Flush.
I cannot even tell you how much I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Harley Quinn Volume 3 is out of print.
They have to bring that back, though, right? I mean, I know we never know with DC, but that seems like a no-brainer.
I agree with that. Oh, Ryan Brownie. He's the artist on Curse Words. Okay. Mr. Tex, you are just 0 for 4 today. What are you doing?
Walnuts are awesome. He's right.
Oh, God. So I feel like I'm all caught up in the chat, except that somebody asked, what's your most treasured treasured thing?
Yeah, I think it's his book, though, right?
Did it say book?
Yeah, Mr. Chex, do you have a treasured book, Kristen? I mean, it's not a gift. I gifted this to myself. But probably this one that everybody's like, that's a nice book. It's out of print. I'm like, yeah. But it wasn't back when I bought it. They were readily available back then. Just saying. But yeah, probably this guy. This is a beautiful guy. So pretty, shiny.
Pride of Baghdad, I had to sell that. I read it, and I just knew what was going to happen, and it happened. It was brutal. I mean, it was a well-written, beautifully illustrated book, but it just broke my heart.
Was it like a Lion King situation?
It was... the premise is the Iraq War happens, and the zoo gets bombed, and the animals go free, and they're wandering around Iraq and communicating with each other, and you get sucked into, you start to care for them. That's as far as I'm going to say. You start to care for them a lot.
Yeah, so I'll cry. I got you.
Oh,
I got you.
I can barely talk about it right now.
That's one that Reed has, and he liked it a lot, but I've never read it. He didn't tell me I would cry. Very rude of him.
Okay, I'm just going back in the chat. Oh yeah, Sunstone is a great book. And then there are all these other recommendations for all these other books to each other. The chat is talking amongst themselves. Oh, Stray Dogs. When the singles were coming out, you could send a photo of your rescues. Oh, They collected and printed the photos at the back of each issue. Not sure if it's collecting trade paperback. I have a rescue. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's cute.
Speaking of slice of life, Kristen, have you read any European writers on that thematic approach, such as books by Rutu Madan?
I'm not familiar
I
with that
have.
person.
I've read books by that writer. I can't remember the names of them, but I recognize that writer.
I do have some European comics, but I can't think of what I've read off the top of my head.
Great episode full of unpopular opinions in the chat. Our work here is done.
Yeah.
This is madness. Okay, we have a super chat. Where'd that happen?
It's recent.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Yep. Got that. I got the Jla Avengers singles from Mr. Tolga Burke, one of the nicest people around. Tolga Burke also sent me a manga. And Food Wars it was.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Yes, he sent me that.
Did you flip through it?
I flipped through it. It was enough.
It is enough.
It was enough.
Yeah.
I can't remember what the book was that Tolga, but it was a book I really wanted, but it was only available it was out of print in the United States, but he could still get it in Europe. And Tolga got it for me, and I paid him for it, and he shipped it here and included Food Wars. Oh, are you talking to me? Well, Kristen and I are both amazing, but I'll take it. Excited to check out the favorites on the replay. Ben just home from the hospital with his little boy that was born.
That's exciting.
Oh, Mr. Tech said, do you have a treasured book? The art is really beautiful. It's just his drawings, Amaya, in Naughty and Nice. Mirka Andolfo is great, as well as Maria Lovett and Stephen. Wait, that's misspelled. You're trying to mess with me. It's Shejik. The books are actually erotic and sexy, unlike the books that are pretend advertised they are, but end up being just normal books. I'm going to let you guys talk about that in the chat. Vigilante Danny sending us money. Thank you. I'd like to send you guys some vinyl eventually. Kristen, buying yourself stuff is self-care, so it counts.
Thank you for that. Thank you.
Okay, that catches me up to where I need to... Okay, Return My Den. I would like that book. No, she's not gifting you that book.
Oh, this book?
Yeah,
no.
Not gifting you that. I still have We 3 by Morrison. I can read that book. Have you read that, Kristen?
I haven't, but I've wanted to. Like I've seen I can see the cover in my head.
Yeah, I still have it. I've read it 2 or 3 times, and I kept it because I feel like it has a redemptive ending. So that's a book I like. One comic from Jorge, one comic more, and I'll be kicked out of my home. Wow.
Oh, no.
I know that feeling. Oh, The Property. That's what I got. I don't think I have Exit Wounds. I might have it. I feel like those books are up there on the shelf.
I wrote those down, Freddie. So I'm gonna look for those.
Jess Christian. Okay, here goes next Imaginaut. It's a 2-paragrapher. That's how it's starting out. It could be a 3-paragrapher, but we don't know yet. While we're still discussing animal violence, well, we were discussing books we treasure that were gifts. Have either of you read and held on to Morrison's We 3? Okay, I talked about that. For my money, it remains both one of his and Quietly's best works and one of the most poignant comics I've ever read. I agree with that 100%. I agree with that. Mr. Tex.
Wow.
Peace and love.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Mr. Tex.
Mr. Tex, you and your walnuts are welcome anytime. Thank you, buddy.
Walnuts are okay now, huh? I see how
Yeah,
it
if you
is.
pay to get in, you can eat walnuts. Sure, whatever. It's cool. Here's one from Candace. Have you seen a lot of used-to-be whales at Ollie's? Do you think Marvel and DC will begin shrinking the print runs on big Omnis?
I know there's no confirmation on why they're popping up at Ollie's, but as maybe you've heard as well,
I haven't. I don't know
what
this.
what I've heard is it's Diamond getting rid of Overstock because of Marvel moving to PRH. So
Oh.
it's not confirmed. It's the big speculation now, though. So that's the biggest theory I've heard on why that's happening.
Well, what exactly is happening? What's showing up at Ollie's? I don't have an Ollie's near me.
Claremont and Lee X-Men
Oh,
1 and 2. Yeah, 1 and 2.
Oh, whoa.
Dr. Aphra. All New Wolverine.
Wow.
What else was there? The Defenders. Frank Miller Daredevil. Sensational She-Hulk. Yeah,
These are
it's
good
intense.
books.
I know. There's a lot.
And
Thunderbolts.
They're at Ollie's, so they're
Yep.
way dropped
$35,
down?
$36. Mm-hmm. It makes me mad I've purchased some of those already. You know what I mean? Although again, my Ollie's currently has nothing. I've looked in the region of this, not the region, but like there's one store here where I'm at. There's another store nearby, and then there's like 2 other ones in a different city, and I've checked all of them and nothing. So, I mean, maybe my stock's come in, maybe it's not going to. I don't know. But it is ridiculous. I want to find some just to like gift them to people for Christmas, you know, because like that is such a great price point to like send to someone who maybe doesn't even, you know, love comics, but you could like love to find an all new Wolverine just to like throw to someone who like, this is great. Like read this, you know,
Mr.
because that's
we
such a
could
good
do
price
that
point.
to Mr. Tex.
Okay.
Maybe he doesn't know all new Wolverine.
Well, yeah. What do you think about all new Wolverine, Mr. Tex? I'd love to know.
Yeah. This is you have the 2 of us against you now on this one. If you don't like all new Wolverine, you need to find a new show. Okay, so I didn't know about that.
Yeah, it's been ridiculous.
Which is several Conans.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, there's some other X-Men books I'm forgetting. I think there's some X-Men in the 12, I think was one of them. Is that the title? I don't know. One of those?
Yeah, I don't think that's a big book, but I can see if you want that book, if it's $20 or something, that's a big deal.
Yeah, I think they're all about like $36.
Oh, okay.
But that's a great price point.
Oh, he just wants the book. He doesn't want your copy of Essex County.
Oh, that's good.
Crashline, you asked about Tom Waits. I'm really not that familiar with him. I did like his acting in the Jim Jarmusch movie that I saw him in. But I don't, and I know that I think he wrote Jersey Girl that somebody covered, maybe Springsteen covered, that was really good. Let's see. Poor Aiku cries in Europe because of the Ollie situation.
Well, again, even if you have an Ollie's, it doesn't mean you're gonna find those. Sadly.
Yeah. As in, when this chat reaches the 3-hour mark, I will order a collected edition immediately, possibly an absolute. Thanks, OmniDog and OmniCat, for an absolute chat. Yeah, we sort of need to wrap this up. How do we go for 3 hours like this?
We do it all the time now.
Yeah.
We don't know how to end.
Yes and yes to that. I didn't know Dr. Aphra Omni was out of print.
Yeah. And again, even if you had an Ollie's like I do.
Yeah, you can't.
I don't know.
Can't be guaranteed that you're going to find it. I think we, I think Kristen read a Superman book, and it still didn't do it for her.
No, I've only read Superman Smashes the Klan, and I loved it. But I feel like that was a very not typical Superman book.
That's sort of like the Harley Quinn Breaking Glass equivalent.
Exactly. And I've read Super Sons. But you know what I loved in Super Sons?
The Super Sons.
Yeah, not Superman. I did love Super Sons, though. I surprised myself with that. So
there are so many good Superman books. Secret Identity, Birthright. We should have a show where I just try to convince you, or you actually read things like Birthright, which is by Mark Waid and is absolutely great. I should just assign you one. What if I ask you to just try to read one book that I think is Superman and really, really awesome?
I would be willing to do that.
And then you could review it, and then we'll talk about Superman for 7 hours.
And then maybe you can read Cats of the Louvre.
That is a deal.
Okay.
Okay.
That'll be a fun show.
I think Superman. I'm gonna now. Taylor would pick Superman Secret Identity. There's also he'd pick Secret Origin. I love Secret Identity and Secret Origin, but I think Birthright is the one they should have picked and then just made a movie out of, because that has everything in it, and it's by Mark Waid, who knows and does superheroes, I think, the best. So how you can find Birthright somehow?
Let me check Hoopla. It's probably on there. Also, Freddie is saying that Dr. Aphra is still an IST. So I think they got a restock. But before that, it was really hard to find.
Wait, where'd Freddie go saying that?
It's up from that one.
There it is.
Yeah.
Dr. Aphra is still an IST. Okay, I think it's just the DM. Okay, one sec. I'm talking to my wife.
Is she like, what are you doing?
What are you doing with your life?
Is it 12 issues? Does that sound right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on Hoopla.
All right, and I will read Cats of the Louvre.
You're getting the much better end of the bargain here.
Oh, no. I'm reading manga, which I have trouble with anyway. I struggle.
Hey, you bought it. I'm just saying. It's in your house, so... I'll just try to help you.
Yeah. Haven't read all new Wolverine. All New Wolverine. Well, you really need to, because it's one of my favorite books of all time.
Yeah, if you stumble upon it at an Ollie's, you better grab it.
Yeah, I think so too. Candace has an idea. Maybe do a graphic novel, music, film you two are looking forward to for the rest of the year. There's only 2 months left. Probably should be 2022, except I don't know what's... I mean, we could research what's being released for books.
We could also just do our general favorites of the year.
We definitely
for stuff
need to
beyond.
do that.
Yeah, we're definitely going to do graphic novels because we always do. But like stuff beyond that, like music and film, that'd be fun. Although I don't think anyone wants to hear about how I just binge Shark Tank a lot.
Shark Tank,
nerd. Yeah, I love Shark Tank. I love it.
Jess, I don't know if you read The Falling, but I can't recommend Tom Taylor's Nightwing and Philip Kennedy Johnson's Action Comics enough. I think you'll love both. I am just waiting for them to be collected. You are 100% Larry. 100%. You are 100% Larry Phoenix, and you are right. I've heard nothing but great things about him, and I love both those writers. As soon as they're collected in some kind of, I'm going to wait for a hardcover collection. But I do. If they're a thick trade, I might get that too. Like the Future State books have been released, so I really want to read them. Really want to read them. I can recommend some not typical Superman. Tomasi is a great John more than Clark. Tomasi's run is awesome. Secret Identity is also good because it flips the convention upside down completely. Secret Identity is good because it's so atypical of Superman. Maybe I should recommend that to you because it's not. It is. You know what? I'm changing my mind. Secret Identity. I agree here. Secret Identity flips the convention of the typical Superman book, and I think would appeal to you more because you know the basic story, and this one changes it completely around and is awesome.
Okay.
So see if you can find that.
Yeah, it's also on Hoopla.
Wow, Hoopla. Nice.
They're good at DC. Do you need to go?
I do.
She's saying you need to go. We can go.
I do. Let's finish up these questions that are here. And then we kind of need to go. But first, we can talk about DyingBreedCollectors.com, our sponsor. Oh, and the it doesn't start until tomorrow. I forgot to say that. It doesn't start until tomorrow. The $5 off any order with the code TurkeyDog. That starts tomorrow because he can't set it up today to accept that. So go to DyingBreedCollectors.com where you'll get $5 off any order using the code TurkeyDog.
And you get free shipping at $100, right?
Yep.
Combine them and you get the best of both worlds.
Easily. So November 5th is when Turkey Dog starts. I should just leave Turkey Dog up for the rest of the show. Whoops, now I'm all jammed up with... Yeah, I know all this. Leave me alone. Okay. American Alien is also good, but I think that Super Sons, now you're getting all the Superman recommendations. But yeah, I agree with these, but I think Kristen's she's a hard walnut to crack on Superman.
Yeah.
I
That's
think
fair.
Secret Identity, now that I think about it, that's the one to recommend because of things that I've said. But there's so many bad soups, so I get it. Birthright would not be my pick. It feels a little outdated. Well, we've updated it. It's Secret Identity. Great show from Sweden. Thank you, Nicholas.
Awesome.
I appreciate it. That was a great stream. Peace and love.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll answer. He loves Kingdom Come. I agree. That's great. Cheers, folks. Simeon's digging raise people up. That's right. I'm not in trouble. I'm just being summoned.
She didn't come in here like Reed does for me. And
It's time to go to dinner for Grandma. Okay, last question. I know this is off topic, but I needed the advice. What's the best tablet to get for comics? What do you, OmniDog and OmniCat, use?
I use an iPad.
I also use an iPad.
Works perfectly for me. It's not one of the big boys, just a regular old iPad. And I'm talking like the value kind, because you can get the Air, which is more, but it's just a regular iPad and works beautifully for me.
I bought the iPad 12, not 12, I feel like it's 12 inches, the iPad Pro last year. That was a gift to myself. I love it. That's all I can tell you is that the iPad works great for both of us. So
It works great. And it's really good for the apps. So, if you plan to use, I assume if you're reading digitally, you're going to use Comixology Unlimited, which is great on there. But Hoopla is also really great on there. I've heard other people having trouble with Hoopla and some other things. I don't know.
Oh.
Or maybe it's Marvel Unlimited. Like they couldn't. I think if you use an Amazon Fire tablet, you can't get what did I just say? Marvel Unlimited, something like that, which is weird.
Know.
You have to backload it, I think. So that's possible. But
Backloaded? What's that even mean?
Google it later. You just Google it later with NFTs. Just
NFTs.
I'll never forget. You were like, "What is this?" And I was like, "I'm trying to explain it. Here's some articles, but here's also the thing." And you're just like, "What?" I'm like, "I know. It doesn't really make sense, but
what I didn't. Oh, you know what? I think what really got me was how cryptocurrency is such an ecological disaster.
mm-hmm.
That's the one I was having trouble understanding.
Right. Yeah, that's
the
right.
Mining of cryptocurrency.
Mm-hmm. You were like, "What does this have to do with the environment?" I was like, "Let me tell you."
Yeah, that was what I was having trouble understanding. So DC, the DC Unlimited app works perfectly well on my iPad. I'm sorry, it's called DC Infinite. Marvel Unlimited works perfectly well. My Kindle selections work perfectly well. Comixology, I collect apps like I collect streaming services. I've got all of these because I'm downsizing so much. But
they're all great in their own way, and it's awesome that we have like so many now. So if that's something you want to do, I mean, it definitely saves money, especially. I mean, I called Reed earlier, and he called me a hoopla evangelist. And I was like, yeah, pretty much, because I like to tell you about the good word of hoopla. If you happen to have it, it's the best. So
yeah, you got me to drive to the neighboring county, an
yeah,
hour away in the pouring rain to open my account at the Prince William County Library.
There are ways to get cards where you can get it in the States. Unfortunately,
I
don't think it's beyond the States, but
yeah, I got a card in the neighboring county. So when I say neighboring county, I feel like we're in the 40s or something. I had to go to the neighboring county to the 5 and dime to get that gallon of milk in a glass. And okay, so Turkey Dog is your code starting tomorrow for the month of November at DyingBreedCollectors.com. Turkey Dog gets you $5 off. And Kristen, where can they find you on the internet?
You can find me at The Comic Slayer on Instagram. I have a dead channel here on YouTube. You can look it up if you want. One day I'll revive it. And yeah, you can also see me next Thursday around lunchtime on the Omnibus Collectors Network, where Maddie and I are having lunch shows now because of my schedule. So, if you want to check that out.
And you can find me, OmniDog, on YouTube, where I do reviews and things of that nature, under OmniDog's Vault, which is where we are now. And OmniDogs_Vault, where I, like once a week, post 10 posts in a row. I just haven't gotten good with Instagram yet.
I feel the same. I just forget about it sometimes.
I totally forget about it. But so then I post like a madman, and then I forget about it again. It doesn't help me with getting followers. I know that.
I get it.
But I love our. Let me take this down. I love our song so much that I want to finish with our song and say peace and love. Peace and love. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Thank you to the chat. You were great. OmniCat, you were great as always. It was great to see you.
Thank you.
Thank you to all the super chats. Really appreciate that. That's very generous of you. And
that was awesome.
Yeah. Thank you to Dying Breed Collectibles. And peace and love. Peace and love. Still
Rock and roll! OmniDog! Hey, OmniCat! Now here's the OmniDog and OmniCat show. It's the place if you'd like to know more about the books that they've read. Hey, hey, hey! Kristen likes Lumberjanes and